What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's up, man?
Man, don't what's up me, man. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. God, man. I was up all night partying, going hard, enjoying football, being back, enjoying watching these guys that we've been talking about, seeing them in action with the black and gold. And now it was 9 a.m, bro. I'm tired. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Great times yesterday, though.
It was amazing, bro. God, it felt so good, man. It's funny. You don't realize how much you missed that game, man, until you finally get it back. You're like, yo, this preseason game is actually kind of fire right here. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself, man. But
yeah, I felt the same way. I didn't necessarily want it to end. I didn't want... Because you had the Mason's Rudolph thing. When Dobbs came in, it felt like, all right, they're just trying to run out the clock here. But, like, I would have liked Mason to play the whole game and then to see Haskins play a whole four quarters. You know what I mean?
I could definitely agree with that.
That's what I was hoping for. It just felt like both of their stints were too short.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. I mean, Mason played a little bit, a quarter and about a half, maybe. Yeah. And then, you could probably say the same with Haskins because he had that halftime break in there. Yeah, man, but I was even enjoying watching Dobbs. I mean, Dobbs came in and
his pass was
doing some stuff, man. So, you know, we're going to dive into all of that, man. But, yeah, it was just fun, though, man. It just felt good to see, like I said, ball, like real ball. I like that.
Did you do anything special for the game? You go out?
Yeah. I went right out to my first floor with my wife and my Patron. And some of my other festivities. And other than that, you know, we had a little blast with it, man. It was kind of like a chill vibe. The kids was downstairs playing video games, so we kind of got, you know, we got a little alone time. Yeah, no. We encouraged that. We was like, yeah, y'all can go down there. It's cool. Don't worry. Yeah, go down there to the other TV. Yeah, have a little fun downstairs. But me and wife, we got a chance to, you know, vibe out as well. So it was a good time, man.
So what would they be doing if the game was on? You guys are all in the same room. Are they messing with toys and just it's chaotic, or are they just asking way too many questions?
It depends.
Okay.
If there's anybody of social media substance that is on the field, then my oldest daughter is just going to be asking questions. Who is this person? Oh, you know that they're such and such. She can give me all the gossip heat though. Hey,
Juju,
you know that
Juju and Claypool.
You know that they used to date such and such, and then they were on TikTok doing this thing together. Did you see this challenge? I'm like, I don't want to hear all that. All right, I'm just trying to watch the game. So that's how that one would go. My middle girl, she's not gonna care. She's just going to simply say, hey, Dad, that's your old team, right? Like, yep. And she's like, hey, Dad, that's why people still come up to you, right? I'm like, yep. And she's like, okay, Dad, cool. And that's all she's going to care about. G going to be the one. G'll sit there with me and rock out.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, he'll rock out.
G's a real one.
Yeah. He's hip to the game, man. He'll be in there with the football. Hey, Dad, we doing that later. Like, all right. But yeah, man. So that's how I typically vibe. But how you watch it, though, man, at the crib, bro?
Same thing. Just chilling at my house. I was out in the screen room just watching the game. That was about it. It wasn't anything special.
Okay.
I was by myself. My parents were out a little bit.
Were you watching it from Earth or did you watch it from Mars?
No, I was sober the whole game. Sober the whole game. Someone gave me a shout out on Twitter. Right. They were out at a bar.
Yeah.
And they posted a picture of their beer. They were like, cheers, enjoy the game. I saw it. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I might grab a beer too. But I never got around to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was completely sober. I told you whenever I had the suit on and my glasses and everything, I'm taking this shit serious.
Hey, I like it, man. I'm taking it serious as well.
I'm not missing a thing.
If I watch a game and I am sober, I am no longer happy with myself. I've been sober for too many games in my lifetime.
Are we flip-flopping?
Yeah, I don't think I'll tell you my new thing right now since I retired. Wifey always like laughs because like when I played, I would never drink when I would go out to a restaurant. Season, out of season, I'm probably going to drink twice a year when I was playing ball. Now that I'm retired, every single time I go somewhere, you know, I'm ordering a cocktail now. That's like my thing. Like, let me get a cocktail.
Classy.
What's on the menu? What's on the cocktail list? That's my new thing right now. So I'm trying to just catch up on everybody that had their 20s, them early teen years that were getting it in. I missed a lot of that. So now I'm catching up on the back end, baby.
You're not a big beer guy though, right?
No, I'm a liquor guy, man.
We're gonna have
the calories. No.
I don't know. I think at the tailgate, so we're gonna have you shotgun some icy lights or something like that.
Man, I would much rather have everybody take double shots of tequila.
All right, if it's a double shot, then I mean, you really got to up yourself then.
Well, no, because
you're not gonna be taking these shotguns.
Well, no, because it's simple as this. Anyway, a shotgun. I live by the Wolf of Wall Street code, meaning I'm going to take a shot. You're going to take a shot. And then we're going to keep bringing a shot every 5 minutes. I promise you.
Is this the tailgate now? Shot battles?
I'm just letting you know. I promise. This is how we would do it. If we were going to drink, that's the rule. All right. So I don't care about shotgun and beers. No. Anybody could do a beer and then you get the little pudgy belly. I don't want that, baby. We're going to get this liquor in us. It's going to get us there. It's efficient and it's always above the line, man.
I know for a fact there's got to be some people in here saying they want to do some shot battles with you.
Hey, I would love that. That's trust me, I would love that, man. That's my speed right there. You know, man, I'm a liquor dude, bro.
Dude, so how would we do that? I mean, shots until someone just says stop.
No, until somebody passes out. You're not allowed to say stop.
Well, that's what I mean. You could tap out.
No, blackout.
So once you get in, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't get out.
You play for blood. It's like when the cage locks in UFC. you think Conor McGregor was, all right, man, don't kick me anymore. Hold on, let me get out of here. Nah, bruh. Somebody ain't coming out of here, man.
Oh, man. Dude, that'd be hilarious.
Hey, straight blood sport for the shot glass.
Someone's going to bring it up. I mean,
I hope so.
If you put it out there, someone's going to want to do it.
I hope so. Tailgate's coming. I hope so. I'll be prepared. Are you? That's the real question. But with that being said, man, we got to do our morning check-in. I see everybody is up early on the wake and bake. As y'all already know how we live over here. So let us know where you are tuning in from, man, so we can give y'all a shout out before we get things rolling.
We want to hit these super chats
real
quick before the shout outs.
Yeah, let's get that.
Where everyone's coming in at.
Yeah, because I see my man Jar Devil. He already got me on the 6 a.m. wake and bake. He must be out there on that west side.
Justin Mitchell.
Shout out to Justin.
Just wanted to say some positive things. How about them Steelers? Finally got us a punter.
Facts. I like what I saw.
Black and Barner. Morning, fellas. So stoked the Steelers won. Percy. He says Percy. Percy coming in. I guess that could be a thing.
Percy is his nickname right now. Sure. We just created that on the chat.
Yeah, because we did it last podcast.
Days, yeah.
So I guess maybe it's an inside thing with the show. Percy coming in clutch with that punt last night. Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean all 4 punts? I mean,
right. I mean,
Highsmith looked great. Haskins, Dobbs both look like they have potential. Hashtag here we go.
All right.
And that is it for the super chats. But we got where people are tuning in from. Coming in on the chat right now.
Well, let's get them popping. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'll do a couple. You do a couple. I'll do a couple. You do a couple. We just play off of that thing.
Works for me.
Shout out to the homie South Florida Steel 777 with that wake and bake, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then we also got my man Hunter checking in from Bethlehem, PA. Boy, I almost read that crazily. But my man AG, he's on the wake and bake as well, man. Shout out to you, baby, as we visit Mars. Steven Rhodes tuning in from Reading. That's that right? Reading, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Reading, Pennsylvania. Then we got Cam out in New York. Bad Itch. Wiley, Texas, in the house. What you got over there, Deke?
We got Corey Boggs from Charleston, West Virginia.
Okay, I like that.
Trina Steel Diva.
Shout out to Trina.
Regular person that tunes in all the time.
She the homie.
Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Okay.
We got Raphael Levano.
Oh, okay.
Long Island, New York.
Nice.
We got South Korea for Cornell Banks.
Oh, shout out to South Korea, baby.
Houston, Texas with Alex Martinez.
Okay.
Queens, New York from
Queens.
I'm sorry, I missed your name.
Queens get the money.
The chat moved on me.
Queens get the money.
Hold on.
And shout out to Queens, man. I know Nas just dropped that new King's Disease 2. We was actually bumping that before we started the show today too, man. Got love for my Queens people, baby.
Queens, New York, it's Crown Gin.
There it is. It is.
Yeah, that's what we got right here.
I like that. Then over here, man, we got CT Pittman checking in from Charlotte, North Carolina. Douglas Coley II tuning in from Houston. We got Jobber tuning in from Penn Hills. We got to have that local vibe right there. I like that. Natalie tuning in from Toledo, Ohio. Cam R from Lawrenceville, Georgia. _R top from Baltimore, behind enemy lines. I can respect. Then we got Q Mink letting everybody in Tampa know that the real GOAT is number 7, not number 12. You know he got your back, baby. And then from there, man, we got Marvin Parker. What up, What up, baby? Major love, baby. You already know. Tuning in from Baltimore. And Jar Devil once again on my 6 a.m. shout out. San Pedro, California. All right, back on you, baby.
We got Ray Thomas from New Mexico.
Oh, shout out to Ray. Okay.
Susanna from East Texas.
Nice.
We got someone hailing from across the pond.
Who's across the pond,
Portsmouth, United Kingdom.
Oh, so he from the P-Town like I'm from P-Town. I'm from Portsmouth too. Mine's just in Virginia. But this dope, man. It's like, man, around the same hood, baby. Same hood.
And then we got some people from your hometown. I don't want to botch up the name, but it's definitely like just a username. I don't think it's their real name. Jauga? 757.
Crib.
They're loving it today.
Crib.
Doug Hahn.
Shout out
from
to Doug.
Missouri.
Oh, okay.
And then we got Dallas, Texas.
I like it. Then over on my end, man, we got La Flame tuning in from Germany, baby. Shout out. You got Roger tuning in from Florida. Jamie tuning in from Central Florida. Then we got Donnell tuning in from Memphis, Tennessee, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then can't forget about man Jack Daughtry, Forest Hills, PA, baby, in the Berg.
I got a few more right here.
Uh-oh.
We got Rob from Pierre Island.
Ooh, tuning in. I like
David.
We need to buy some stocks of some real estate on Pierre Island, man.
Yeah.
It was looking nice. Whoa.
David Mackin. Mentor, Ohio. He's baked on his way to work.
Shout out. If you're not baked on the way to work, you are not going to work.
And then we got Brock from York, PA.
I like that.
And then someone saying there's only one TB12, and it's Terry Bradshaw.
Ooh.
They're on Patterson.
Okay. I can respect that. Then we did have one more from P-Town as well. And this is Bart Osh from Poznan, Poland.
Oh, wow.
Hashtag here we go.
Wow.
P-Town. You know, I like the Polish, baby. It's my man, Jan Blachowicz. My UFC people out there know who I'm hollering about.
Someone's in my basement, they said.
Hey, well, I saw Zach say he's in Deke land. So I hope it was in your basement, man. I get nervous for you.
Jaguar G.
Go run up on you, bro.
I'm worried.
They say, yo, give another bad take. Give another crazy take when we talking about this. Go crazy again, Deke. We pulling up on you.
Zach's there, too. We got a few people,
Oh, man. Everybody's at the crib?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, Brock just said salute you. Maybe he's over there too, man. Who else is at Deke's crib right now,
I'm kind of concerned. I thought it was just my mom and the dogs, man.
Hey, look, man. Should they go to the front door or the back door?
Dude, I don't know. I'd like you to get out of my house.
Could you please get out of Deke's basement? Pretty please. Deke don't like a lot of company, all right? So y'all can't be just pulling up on him like that. He don't like that.
You go swimming.
That's it.
Just get out of the house.
There it is. Just not in the house. And take your shoes off in the house, too. Don't be tracking up the carpet. All right? We ain't got time for none of that. Yo, they all wild. They all wild. Did you see the...
Yeah. I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, it's all y'all crazy. Well, I like it, man.
Some classic jokes to be thrown out there.
Hey, man. That's how it's got to be. And David, that's the way to go, baby. If you ain't got your RC on, hey, man, you doing it wrong, baby. And I ain't talking about cola either. That's just from what I've researched, from what I've heard. Not from, you know what I'm saying? I can't confirm nor deny if it was personal or not, but just the research. That's what they say. But David definitely got you in that basement, so don't trip, baby. Do not trip. But you ready to get into this game recap, baby? This game last night. God, man. I couldn't go to sleep last night, bro. I couldn't, man. I was so tired. I was so excited once the game ended to just know that we're gonna get up here first thing in the morning. First thing. Like before you even brush your teeth. You roll over, you get what you need to wake, and then you get what you need to bake. And then after that, you just come down here and just start recording.
You don't want to forget any of your takes. Yeah. You could forget them while you're sleeping.
No question. I mean, a dream could make you think like
something else happened.
Like, dang, did we see a fake punt or was that a real punt? All right, did we see a reverse or was that a fumble? Like, you mix those things up. So I stayed awake the whole night. I wrote everything down on my hand and I just washed my hands and I went to the restroom. Damn, so now it's gone, bro.
That's tough.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just try to call it back from memory. Good luck, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's one of those things. Sometimes you do everything right,
you know,
but then you're still wrong.
It was the details, man. I was too focused on the minutia.
Yeah.
Yep. But dude.
Yeah, where do you want to start?
I mean, first let's start off with Naji Harris. Let's start with him, man, because I know he was a lightning rod, a little bit of a topic with his participation in terms of if he should play or if he should not play. I know as it got closer to the game, we started to hear more people bringing up, oh, well, remember Le'Veon Bell when he played his rookie year in the preseason?
He did get hurt.
Yeah, we started hearing a lot more of that, and people started getting a little bit more skittish, but obviously last night, Coach Tomlin did not deter or shy away from using him. In fact, I thought it was a little bit too long.
I know.
One
series too long.
I swear I thought it was a little bit too long, bro.
I agree with you.
Yo, but as a whole, I did like seeing him out there because I do think you can't go out there and be scared to get hurt. coaching wise or playing wise. I don't think you can go out there with that mentality of, I don't want he needs to get experience, but I don't want him to get that chance just yet. I think with the young guy like that, he should be able to get some of those reps. Now, like we both agreed, not that long. Could have cut it down a series, but I like that because I was able to see him running the ball inside and outside. We were able to see him having blitz pickup on multiple occasions. We were able to see him utilize his hands out the backfield. You're not going to get that if he only is out there for 1 or 2 plays or if he's not out there at all. So that was why, for me, I really wanted to see that, and I like what I saw from him, man.
Oh, I did too. The only bad plays that he had was when the offensive line was complete dog shit and he was getting wrapped up in the backfield. But even at those points, it was kind of like what you said at training camp. He made it hard on defenders. He even maybe
4 or 5 dudes,
he snuck an extra yard or 2 out of there that he probably shouldn't have. So that's why his yards per carry kind of looks bad. But I thought overall he looked really good. Yeah. I saw some jackass on Twitter say that Kalen Ballage was the best running back. It's clear.
I thought he was the GOAT, bro.
Bro, what? I don't know what he's talking about. Just to see Naji Harris right off the bat, he's the best running back we have.
But Ballage can't be the GOAT, bro. Ballage looked good out there.
Ballage did look good.
Ballage looked real good out there, man.
He said some dumbass take where it was like, "Oh man, Kalen Ballage looks like the best running back on this team." I don't know if that's a good or bad thing for the Steelers going forward. I'm like, bro, are you serious? These jackasses, man.
Hey, why do you focus so much on these negative Nancys, man?
Dude, it's PFL. It's just a pain in the ass because they'll post some of our positive highlights, but then they're analysts behind the scenes.
It's backhand comments, bro.
I can't stand it, dude.
Yeah, I could definitely understand, though.
But yeah, no, I thought he looked really good, man. And that's all we really need to see from him. A couple series. We thought it was 1 series too long, but how he ran, he definitely ran hard. How he was getting to the outside, how he was falling forward. Yeah. Kind of break. I don't know did he really break a tackle? I just know he was.
No, he broke plenty of tackles.
He was making guys. It was making it tough on guys.
Put it like this: he was breaking tackles. It just wasn't a lot of yards after contact in the traditional sense of if I break 1 tackle, you would think, oh, he's going to get 5-6 more yards. He's breaking 1 tackle, but then it's like 3-4 other guys.
You just didn't get that one truck that you're just like, oh,
the wild
man.
part.
Yeah, you drop your drink.
The thing that I'll say is, I loved how decisive he was. Sometimes you'll get guys that are decisive in practice because the contact isn't going to be the same. And then you get them in a stadium and they don't run as hard. They're not as willing to take that contact. I mean, the guy that comes to mind was Dre Archer. You remember he was the 4-2 guy, 4-3 guy. But when you would get him in stadium, he wouldn't play that fast. He wouldn't be as decisive. He would look nervous at times. With Naji, though, you can see once did he look uncomfortable. I mean, it's other people that we'll talk about that at times did look a little uncomfortable. But when we're talking about Naji, he looked like he was RB1 as soon as he stepped on that field. He looked decisive. He looked confident. Even when, like you said, the O-line wasn't giving him any type of room to operate, he still was getting the job done. And I loved...
Yeah, it wasn't like he was trying to play not to get hurt, even
correct.
In those
scenarios.
He was trying to break these tackles and get a couple more yards.
Yeah, but the thing that I really enjoyed, man, was actually on the throw that Mason threw to Claypool on 3rd down, where I think Aikman said, oh, man, it was a little too far, but we all agreed, you got to catch that ball, bro. I don't know what Aikman was looking at. Listen, Troy, I'm a Troy Aikman guy. You know, I grew up as a Cowboys
so like
fan.
Him saying that, people are going to take that to heart. I'm
bro,
like, no, fucking catch the ball.
People are taking that as gospel, and I'm like, bro, if you think that throw right there is not a good throw, man, I don't want to hear that, bro.
That was an amazing take for Mason haters.
Oh my God. And then when they showed the replay, he doubles down on. I'm like, bro, it is hitting this man in his hands in stride, bro.
Sailed on him.
What? Stop. And he got hit anyways. Get out of here, bro. Catch the daggone ball, man. I don't. And Troy, I love Troy Aikman, bro. Love Troy Aikman. Yeah,
you can't beat that duo.
But God, dog, Troy, that one right there, yeah. I'm glad we were on the same page. But on that particular play, the thing that really impressed me with Naji on his blitz pickup, he steps up and he's right in front of Mason. If he gives any ground, Mason is either going to be hitting his hand on Naji's helmet. Think about what's going on with Matt Stafford right now with the swollen thumb because he hits his hand on one of their O-line's helmet. That could have been the case right there, but Naji being stout, Naji not giving up any type of movement on that, and it was a blitz. I wouldn't say it was a linebacker. It wasn't Micah Parsons, but it was whoever the other linebacker was. He blitzed in there. I mean, he picks him up, stands him up right in the hole. That, to me, was the most impressive part because that's going to keep him on that field. Even if, say, for example, he struggles a little bit out the backfield catching it. Okay, cool. Or he's not as featured early on. as long as he can pick up blitzes like that,
sure,
he will never come off that field, man. And that to me was what I really wanted to see from him.
That's a good point. And just in general, the rush was coming down on that play.
Yeah,
like for Mason, honestly,
dude.
Mason to make that throw, stand in the pocket. Yeah. I actually thought it was an impressive throw, if anything.
It definitely was. That's why I was so hot with Troy. I'm like, Mason already has enough heat. We know it's not a lot of Mason enthusiasts out there. But when you throw out that type of statement on a low, it was actually a good play. Like, that's what you can't do, baby. That's what you can't do. Come on now. Because y'all just lit few. That'd have been like if Ben would have came out here and just looked like he was bloated. And oh man, Ben looks a little heavy today.
Meanwhile, it was a QB jack,
right? Or he could have just got done hydrating, like, you know what I mean, whatever. But it's things like this, like, yo, you can't say that. Don't do that, Troy. Troy, you're not hip enough to this Pittsburgh vibe right now. They try and kill that man Mason, all right? And you gave him ammo. You essentially gave him silver bullets. That's what you did.
I didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know it was that bad until we saw how everything played out and the reaction play out. All it took was that little fumble and then Troy Aikman to say that, and it's just over. He was apparently terrible yesterday.
Yeah, because I was like, even with the fumble, bro, even with we're gonna get to Mason because we're not even on him just yet. We're gonna get to Mason. We'll get to Mason. God, dog. But even the fumble, I'm just like you said, the perception, people were going, God dang it, that Mason, man, get him out of here. Like, Lord, we'll wrap about Mason. We're gonna wrap about Mason. Well,
anything with Harris, I don't know if I need to see him anymore. I mean, he's gonna play more.
Yeah,
I would like to see him with Ben. That's kind of the main thing.
Why wouldn't I? I want to see him every game except the fourth one. I don't think he shouldn't play in the fourth. I don't want to see him in the fourth one. I don't need to see him in the fourth one. I do want to see him in these next two games, more so because just like how we didn't have all our guys out there.
Maybe Naji with Haskins even.
But think about this, right? The same way on defense, we didn't have our guys out there, right? Dallas didn't have all their guys out there either. And we also know Dallas defense isn't the best. But I want to see, okay, in the second game, where you're going to have more starters on defense, let me see you run against that. That third game where it's the dress rehearsal, let me see that as well, where teams actually, where you have to go through a game plan, game prep in a traditional season sense. I want to see you go through that. I don't want that being week one. I don't want you figuring it out a couple of weeks in. I want you to be able to get that process done now. So now when the season gets here, smooth sailing, because there's plenty of other stuff that's going to be going on once the season officially gets here. So for me, man, I want to see him in these next two ones, man. But I don't need to see him more than a quarter, honestly. I like with certain players where they're like, oh, as the preseason progresses, they should play longer. I don't feel like that with Naji. Because of him playing running back, I want him getting his feet wet for a quarter, and that's it. After that, get him off the field, because we know how heavily we're going to lean on him once the season does get here, and we don't need to, use up any of those extra reps off of his body just yet.
And I like your point you made a couple minutes ago about the pass protection. I feel like that's the main thing. Mm-hmm. That is the main thing, especially with Ben come this regular season. If he could just get the communication right, and he shows that he can do enough to stand up against some of these edge rushers, that is really the main thing, and he showed it in yesterday's game. So if he could keep doing that, now I don't really care how many yards he gets on the ground. The main thing will just be that mentality and running hard, because the offense, well, depends. If the offensive line's maybe back to what it should be or that normal strength, I feel like that's more on the offensive line, though, as opposed to Naji. That's what we really want to see. As long as he's running hard, is pass protecting. That's going to be the main thing, and just stay healthy.
Right. Yeah, because I will say, even though his numbers weren't great, and they weren't supposed to be great, he didn't play a full game. So that's why I never harp a lot on the statistical values when we're doing the preseason, just because these guys are playing a quarter here, and then in that quarter, you think about the second quarter, how the flow of the game was going. Wasn't as many reps on offense, right? Compared to, I think, the first quarter, they had a little bit more. And then especially when Dobbs came in, they had those longer drives going on and stuff like that. But I never really harp as much on the statistical as I do more so on the demeanor of these players, the confidence in these players. You think about two guys, right? And we'll dive into them a lot later as well. James Pierre and Justin Lane. Regardless of the statistics, when you watch them, one player looked like they had confidence. One player like they were playing fast, like they were aggressive and decisive. The other player looked timid. The other player looked like they didn't believe in themselves, even when they made a play.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it was confident, like I meant to make that.
Yeah.
That's the difference right now, So
that's a good point.
So when I think of the preseason and I'm thinking of guys like Naji, I need to make sure it looks like, he belongs. he doesn't look like, all right, I'm thinking about this or I'm worried about that. No, he looks like he's that guy. And that's kind of how I was judging him, how I was looking at Haskins, Mason, and so forth.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
What's the chat saying about it?
Man, well, first off, we got some upper room members. Man,
okay.
got new people. New people means new phone lines, baby. Because we're going to get to that hotline alert, baby. Yes, indeed. You got to get it off your chest today. And we're going to have that in the next hour. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. But to start out with our new upper room members, Broken Leg Problems. Love the name, by the way. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Devin Watson. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the family. That's my man John Doe and Donald Copeland in South Florida still. And John Doe like to all say, baby. All right.
You know what? I got a hot take out here. Right, I got a hot take.
Here we go. Talk
Stephen
to me.
Rhodes. Yo, Deke needs to smoke some more. He said Balaj balled out and looked better than Naji, but Naji didn't play bad at all. I still think based off that, it's clear Naji's the best running back.
Naji's been the best running back, but Kalen did play better in the game, though. I think that's
you think?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a knock on Naji, but Naji's exposure was different though. Naji didn't get the same amount of touches like Kalen was getting, nor was he running behind like the same level of line when Kalen started running behind it. But you think Kalen, man, he had some successful plays. He looked good.
I know. I thought Naji had some successful plays.
He did.
Though.
But when we talked about the wild plays, right? That's what you said. You said we never got the quote unquote like, oh, that was a crazy play from Naji. We did kind of get some of that with Kalen. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we got the touchdown.
Yeah, and he had the nice run on the right sideline, man. Showed the speed off.
But that got called back.
But it still looked good. Though.
It looked good. He had one on the left where he was switching the ball to the other side.
That's flashing.
Man.
If Naji had done those same things, you would be here singing his praise, would you not? Would you not? Yes or no?
I would be, but I'm still singing Naji's praises. It's right. It's not necessarily the result that made me say, "Hey, who's the better running back?" You get what I mean? No. I saw how Naji ran,
but I think
if Naji had the same holes that Kalen had, he's getting those touchdowns. He's getting those yards. That's my thing.
A person playing better in the game doesn't mean the person's a better player. That's what I'm trying to allude to.
Yeah, whatever. So, I guess he had the better stats, but I still.
Even better, I'm just saying, like. Kalen played well, bro. Like, it's not a knock on Naji to compliment somebody else, bro.
No, I agree. It doesn't have to be a knock, but to say who the better running back is, I still think it's clear as day. It's Naji.
He just said in the game, bro. He's not saying overall. Lord, bro, you get so defensive with your plays, Lord.
I'm just telling you, Naji's the truth.
We all agree, baby. My man ready to fire Caleb Balaj for him. Yes, that's how it comes off. I
think he should be on the roster.
But that's how it comes off. Think about it. As soon as somebody says anything positive on Caleb, bro, you are like going at him. Dead serious, bro.
I don't want it to be that way.
It's all good, bro. But that's how it's coming off.
No.
I swear, bro.
I still think just from eye test, Naji was the better running back yesterday. Like it's clear as day.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Or Kalen, yeah, he had some nice plays.
We just said he played better in the game. That's it. Now who's the better player? It's clear as day who the best player on the field was. It was Naji. It's clear. But the performance, Balaj played better. But he had more opportunities. It was a better situation for him. Better matchups. It ain't that bad.
That's what I mean. If Naji was in that scenario, it's not even close. It's the same thing, if not better.
We don't know that.
We don't.
Right. So so based on what we did see, though, just the basic premise of what we saw.
I'll tip my cap to Kalen because I didn't know what to expect with him coming in.
It's all good,
he did play good. I definitely think he should be on the roster. Yeah.
All right, man. What we got next, man? My man say, yo, every running back is trash if you're not talking about Naji. All right, I'm with it, bro.
No, McFarland played good.
No, he didn't play good. Nope. He ain't Naji.
I liked what I saw from McFarland. And you want to talk about decisiveness and everything. He showed that.
He did. He definitely did.
And that was kind of the opposite of what we've seen from him in the past because he's going all over the place.
That's true, but that's what we're talking about in terms of like in some of these practices, man. Like that's what's been showing up. Seeing him look like that, man. Just, man, I want to see you with a little better protection. Can we just more time, more room, more holes? I think we got something, baby.
I wish he would have got that first down too. It was on that
saw
third
that
and 6.
on the Haskins throw. Heck yeah, man!
It was like, bro, that's an easy first down to get.
You got to put your foot in the ground, get north and south. I'm glad you brought that up. I definitely remember that.
Because he actually made a nice catch.
Yeah.
Because the ball wasn't like right here. It was like he had to kind of come back for it a little bit.
And I thought his initial move was good.
I know. I was like, this is an easy first down. Yeah. Because that would have kept the drive going. I wanted to see more of Haskins. That was the problem, in my opinion. There was just little things, whether it was drops from the other receivers, that you're just like, man, I want to see more. Because I thought he looked good. And that play in particular with McFarland. Yeah. Like, damn, dude, just get that first down, please.
It was like he did the first juke and then came back with another juke. It's like, you ain't need that, bro. You 1 yard away, man. Just get there. And I do think he realized that, though, after the fact. Because you can see his body language. Once he got tackled, he realized, like, dude, I got to get that first down. But that's the beauty of preseason. You get those situations because in practice, it's not going to be the same. It's so hard to identify that situation in practice without it being forced. And what I mean is this. That happened yesterday in the game. You think about, like, all right, they've already had a couple of plays. They're not necessarily thinking about a drill. It's more so, dude, we got to make this play right now. It's in the flow. And if you forget that it's third down versus second down and you make that juke like how McFarland made, now he's fourth, now you're off the field. In practice, the way that happens is we're going to have 10 plays of 3rd and 6. So even if you don't get it because you make that juke, you don't feel the same urgency with it because you know, man, we're coming back and doing this again the next play and then the next play. So that goes back to why I was like, I really like seeing some of these dudes like that in the preseason so they can get that sense as well. So you can get that feel because it is different versus like a practice setting.
We want to keep going on the running backs. You want to move to anything else? Because then we just had Jalen Samuels. What
are your thoughts on him, man?
Disappointed.
Disappointed.
And it's what we talked about. Nothing new.
Yep.
He might have had one good run. Outside of that,
the catches, everything,
it was just about the same.
Yeah. It's just like, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's just blah.
Although I do think that was a point in the game, that fourth quarter, once it was hitting 7 or 8 minutes, we were really focused on just running the ball and trying to get it.
Yeah, for a fact we were. For a fact.
Now, I don't know how much you want to put that on Samuels then, the lack of success, but sometimes when it's like, hey, we know you're running the ball, still make a play.
Yeah, well, my thing is, in terms of our O-line versus the D-line, we never were going to feel like we were going to have this great matchup. Now, they did play better than what we thought.
No sacks.
But as a whole, I didn't think that any of those guys had a drastically better line to run behind. I just thought certain guys made more out of it. Naji made more out of it. McFarland made more out of it. Balaj made more out of it. And when it got to Samuels, it just seemed like he wasn't capable of it. Now, I don't know if it was because when you think about Naji, Kalen, and McFarland, they played twitchier. And what I mean by that is like they look more explosive, getting in and out of their cuts. Whereas with Jalen, smooth, but not necessarily twitchy, not a fast, all right, he's going to put a foot in the ground, make a guy miss and burst out of it. So I think that also hurt him compared to those other guys because when you're running behind a line that isn't necessarily the best at the time, you might need to have a little bit of extra speed to get around the edge or to be able to be a little bit more elusive. And I think that's where we saw a bigger drop off with Jalen compared to those other 3 guys as well.
Yeah, definitely. It goes back to what we said. We need game changers. We need some game breakers.
Seriously.
Especially with this uncertainty with the offensive line. And I don't think we're getting it from Samuels. So his time may be coming to an end, unfortunately. But he had some good moments with the Steelers, but
we'll see what happens, though, man, because, I mean, as you know in the preseason, injuries happen. We also know some people perform better as it goes through, man. So we ain't putting them in bed just yet. I was say, I know you know what I'm saying, hey, man, you and your running backs, man, you shot one, you about to fire this one, then we're going to kill Benny, or we're going to kill.
Let's see what he does in the preseason game. Yeah, what happened with him? I guess he was injured?
Dude, I was so upset about that, bro.
I didn't even know he was injured.
None of us did. I was so hot about that, bro. Like, I remember with Pat, when they said that he wasn't going to play and they said it was a shoulder, I do remember when he caught a pass in practice on Tuesday, where it was probably 30, 40 yards downfield, caught it, dove, kind of landed on the shoulder. When he got up, it wasn't like crazy, but he got up and definitely was like, yo, I'm a little something. You know what I mean? I think that was more so just being precaution or just taking more caution with that, which I can understand thinking back on it now. In the moment, I just didn't think it was that significant. So that's why I thought he would be out there. But when I saw that, I was like, all right. But with Benny, that was the one I missed. I'm like, whoa, what's going on with you, Benny? Like, come on, man. You fighting for your life right now. Come on, baby. Oh, your trade value won? We need action, though.
I had to, double take, too, whenever we're seeing
man.
I'm like, did Benny get any snaps in between here? I thought he would have been the second guy.
Yep.
But no, it never happened.
Yeah, because I literally found that out, 5? Because we was doing another radio show. We were talking with Ed Bouchette, though. And we were going down the list of who's playing, why they shouldn't. And he was like, yeah, Benny Snell's not going to be out there. I'm like, what? Like, what you doing, Benny?
Benny needs to be out there.
Needs to be out there. Yes. So hopefully
must be significant.
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully, man, whatever it is, he can come back soon because I want to see him. I want to see Dotson. I want to see Banner. I want to see I want to see all of the guys that are either going to be a starter or going to play a significant role in this offense. We want to see those guys, man. So that's kind of
especially the offensive line. So
absolutely,
hopefully this week,
dude. Absolutely,
hopefully
man.
This week. Now we got a big contribution here. We got to give a big shout out.
Oh, all right. Let me see.
I got it.
It's
from Broken Leg Problems. They just joined the upper room.
Shout out to Broken Leg Problems, there, man. My leg hurt too, baby. Yeah.
Been through a lot this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to say thanks, Master Moats and Big Deke, for the content. Yins have given me an escape. I appreciate it.
Hey,
that's
man.
all we're trying to do here.
From the heart, baby. From the heart. And we appreciate you significantly. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But we'll see 7 soon, hopefully. I think we'll see him. Second, third game.
No,
third game. Excuse me, third game.
Yeah, not second.
I'm tripping. I keep because we got the 4 games this year, not 3 games. I'm totally blew that one. Yeah. Third game, we'll see him.
This second game should be fun, though. I'll be interested to see. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but what they do with the quarterback situation, if they flip Haskins, Mason, and then to see the full offensive line. I don't know who exactly we're going to be seeing on defense then. Is Bush going to be in there? We still shouldn't see Camera to it, I don't think.
Yeah, I feel like Tua is
Bush would be the main guy
game.
on defense. I think we want to see maybe just for a little bit.
I do. I mean, especially after yesterday, because when you think about the linebackers, Spillane's performance, Ulysses Gilbert, the third performance, that's all I'm saying. Like, I need to see Devin as well. I don't. But this is why when we said this offseason, while the whole blind faith for is like, I don't like small sample. I want to see more of it to make sure it's not a flash in the pan. Last night was part of that reason. So hopefully, I mean, players that have bad performances, players have rocky performances, and they could bounce back from that, which I'm sure they will do when we talk about them as well. But that's the big reason why I'm like, I don't just take it for granted that, oh, well, he played good in a couple of games. That's going to be going forward, because it's hard to do that, man. It's hard to replicate it if you're not like that. And that's what we're trying to see. And this is his time to prove that, you know?
Yeah, the Spillane slant across the middle when he was facing up against that running back. That was tough because I think everyone in the stadium knew it was happening. I don't know if he was expecting maybe some help over the middle, but some no-name RB, that's tough. If it's Naji Harris, if it's Zeke Elliott or some stud RB, you're like, all right, I can understand that. But some dude I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. And then it hope that the next time, I don't even think, that might have been a wide receiver that caught it on the other time. Might have been a tight end. I don't, because they had the weird numbers on it. It was hard to tell the difference. But it just didn't feel good. You know what I mean? I'm just like, all right now.
I thought he looked good in the running game, like breaking some stuff up. Look, Vince Williams just putting himself out there like that. But yeah, the coverage is the main thing that we're talking about with our linebackers, really. Yeah, because even I guess we're kind of transitioning to him a little bit. We'll still wait on him, but actually we're not going to wait. We'll just go right into it. I'm trying to get this upper room member in here somehow, in this conversation, and I couldn't figure out how I'm going to do it, so that's why I was fumbling over it. So, Mason Neveling, I'm going to just stop what I'm saying and just welcome you to the upper room. Yes, indeed. I got a chat. I could screenshot this chat just in case we lose it, like to save it, because this is about the offensive line. So I'll screenshot
that, please. Because you know that chat will jump on us.
Yep.
And I have not figured out how to screenshot on my new joint over here. So, yeah.
Works for me.
Bet.
Someone's asking if I'm wearing a Duck jersey. Please, dude.
Come on. Why you
Come on, bro.
You think Deke wears Duck? No. This is peak. Man, this is big Deke energy over here, man. He went and got that thing, not even custom. That's the one off Presley's back.
Yep.
Yeah, off Percy. Percy Presley, how you want to call him? PH3.
Who do you think I am, man? I had the Melvin Ingram jersey after we signed him.
Come on,
you think I'm coming in with a Duck Ozzy jersey after Presley Harvin's performance? Come on.
And it's Nike too, man. Come on. Deke know the right people.
But we were talking Spillane.
Yeah, so with Spillane, in terms of him in the running game, I did like him. Now, when you use the term Vince Williams-esque, or like how you said that, I don't necessarily like that. Because like we know Vince,
I'm just talking about how he was getting it in with the run game.
Because I'm like
fearless.
Like with Vince, when he comes downhill, we see like it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? And that is the Vince Williams element of it, though. That's why we said with Vince, even though we know he's limited coverage wise, they're gonna have him downhill on run plays and he's blitzing on, on the pass and stuff like that. But he excels at it. Spillane, I thought, played downhill really well. I did like that. But the coverage part, it's like if you're not going to excel and be a tackle for loss machine like with Vince, because Vince statistically backed that up. I mean, he was leading the league. You think about at the first half, especially in tackles for loss, because of how frequent he is in the backfield. If you're not playing the run game like that,
being elite,
right, then you're going to have to be elite in other areas. The coverage part, we talked about that, where you say, man, you either can cover well or you can get after that quarterback. Like you got to have one of these things you do, or you're a specialist in terms of your tackles for loss. With Spillane, he's going to have to just continue to keep improving in that coverage, man. And honestly, on the route that the running back beat him on, if he's just a little bit more patient, that doesn't happen. What happens is when that running back, because I want to say he had him straight up where he could have burst out or burst in. Pick your side, but understand where your leverage is. If it is cover one, because I haven't, obviously, we both had the same issues with the film.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? NFL Game Pass, what are they doing?
They're tripping right now. They're going through a whole bunch of updates. That's why we haven't had a ton of film sessions lately either. NFL is, Game Pass, they're redoing their whole site, so film is like delayed. It's super weird. But from what I did see in the moment, it just looked like Spillane, instead of him just trusting where his leverage was and being more patient and picking one side, it looked like he was going to try to run the route for him. Like he was scared to get beat speed-wise outside, and that's ultimately what opened up to get across his face like that. It happens, but that's a feel thing. You got to feel that more. And now once you get the tempo of, because in practice, that tempo is different. In practice, the spacing is different, because when you're doing it with our D line versus our O line, or the group that's been out there, that quarterback is not seeing that route. He's seeing a ton of bodies in his face. So by the time, even if you did get beat, it's not going to be exposed. Say you're doing it in a drill one-on-one, you might get beat, but you're saying, well, there's no O-line there, so it doesn't count. It's a drill. Get him in the game. Now that feeling is different. The speed of it, how you see it is different. And ultimately that pressure you feel when you're sitting here, when you're, you don't want to be on your heels when you're sitting heavy inside, because that's where your leverage is. And you're like, this dude is faster than me. I might be a little gassed as well because my first game back. And this dude can run out here, man. I better get over here and start going now. And that's how you get caught on a bad technique play like that. So I don't think that it's the end with Spillane, but I do think he just has to get that feel. Just continue to get better with, in-game coverage versus in practice coverage.
He's going to be playing a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
We need him to play good.
Yeah.
I liked how Buddy Johnson played, but I don't know if he's necessarily ready yet.
Nah, I felt like the best linebacker that was on that field with us was Ulysses. I loved watching his game, bro. Like,
oh, you did?
He flew around, man. He had a missed tackle, but he flew around in the run game. He flew around in the pass game. He played with great confidence, demeanor. Remember, we were talking about how Pierre looked confident, right? Even though Pierre had some catches on him, right? He was tackling it. He was punching at the ball. He looked like he belonged. Ulysses flew around like that, man. Watching him, the only issue is he's doing what Devin Bush is going to be doing. So when we talked about the pairing, it's going to be, I need to see, can Ulysses do what Spillane does in terms of
the run game?
Right, because I thought Ulysses moved really well. Whether he was playing man-to-man coverage, he got matched up with some tight ends. Obviously, we had some linebackers on receivers. That staple has still, popped up a little bit. But as a whole, I thought Ulysses moved well, though. I thought he understood his leverage and coverage and understood where he had help, where he didn't have help, and his energy. He just he had good energy, like he was having fun out there. And that's what it should look like. If you're in the league for a couple of years, you should look confident like that. You should look like, man, hey, it's preseason. This is my season right here. And that's what I thought when I watched UG3 play out there. I thought that he had that type of demeanor with him.
I was a little stunned that he got to start like that to see 54. I don't know if I should have been or not, but I would have guessed Buddy Johnson or Marcus Allen just because Buddy Johnson's the draft pick, and I've actually seen Marcus Allen play a decent amount last year whenever there were injuries.
Now, because see, the thing was, man, in practice, that's how they've been going with.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and especially that Tuesday practice where it was like the dress rehearsal, quote unquote, that was the group they would go with. They went Spillane. They would go Spillane and UG3, and then the first nickel on the field was Antoine Brooks. He would be coming on, and we saw him early again yesterday as well. So that kind of held true with that. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep it like that going forward, because obviously we're going to see more of the usual guys that we'll be seeing as it gets close to the season. So now it's going to be cool to see, all right, well, who are they really looking at that first slot with everybody back, not when it's just these guys available. And the same with linebacker as well.
I hope I'm not overreacting, because I was pumping Spillane up this whole offseason, and I've been amped about Spillane. But, man, that slant route, that's tough.
This is the thing, though, with Spillane. That slant route, that it wasn't a surprise to me, because that's stuff that he has struggled with in terms of the coverage. The things that he does well, though, is he's a smart player, and typically he doesn't get beat to his leverage. Remember, when we came on the show and he talked about it, that's one of the things he said. He's like, man, you know, in coverage what Coach Tomlin preaches, competitive away from your leverage, never get beat to your leverage. Because when you get beat to your leverage, you get big gains like that. And that's ultimately, we haven't seen a ton of from him. He's been good with his leverage side. So I just think, man, just get more.
Okay.
See it. Just see it some more. See it some more. Feel it some more, because it's a different feeling, man. The like I said, the urgency, man, the sense of panic, the sense of, yo, is he about to leave me? You feel it way more in a game scenario like that. But if this continues, now you got to start looking differently. And if UG3 is playing like that, but you could bump him over, now you feeling more pressure if you're Spillane.
Well, I'm not concerned about UG3 playing well. I'm just thinking more for the Steelers team, because if we're saying Spillane's going to get 95 to 100% of these snaps opposite Devin Bush, and we don't have a backup plan.
But that's what I just said. No, but see, that's what I just said right there. The backup plan is if UG3 can bump over and continue to look like how he was looking, that would be your backup plan.
Okay.
You become super fast on the inside. Now you want to have as much size, because Ulysses Gilbert is a smaller linebacker than Spillane, but you would be definitely significantly upgrading athletically. So that's the thing. But with UG3, we know small sample size. Once again, the same thing I just said about Spillane, small sample size. So I feel about UG3. How many games can we point to where we can say UG3 flew around,
outside of preseason,
was healthy the whole game, looked good in the run game and in the pass game? We can't say that about a lot of his tape. So I'm not sold on that just yet. That was a one-off. Like, I need to know, is that outlier, or are you flashing the pan, or is that the norm for you? And we're going to get a chance to see that once again this week. That's the beauty of the preseason, though, man, because that's significant right now. We thought that was a little bit more put to rest, right? We thought, okay, Spillane come in, Spillane's going to play well. It's going to be clear that Spillane's the guy. And then you got Devin Bush right there. Spillane struggles a little bit last night. Now we're getting different conversations. That's the beauty of the preseason, man. I love it.
A few series in a preseason game.
I love it, man.
Do that to you. It did have me a little concerned. I was just like, oh wait, this is our guy for 100% of the snaps throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
What's our backup plan?
Yeah, man.
What is our backup plan? And I liked what Buddy Johnson did, but there's no way they're going to be putting him out there early on. Young, but if you're saying Ulysses Gilbert, because I missed that. I mean, I don't know. I'm watching. Yeah. I see the Spillane. Gilbert, there wasn't anything glaring. He gave up that one with the missed tackle, but that looked like a zone coverage type of thing for me.
And I didn't even have an issue with the miss, because he was flying around. And even with him flying around missing, it ultimately helped somebody else get that play. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you're playing with that type of aggressiveness, that type of demeanor, that type of speed, reckless, man, it reminded me of, not to the same extent, not even in the same conversation, but how Shea played early on. Early on. Nah, see, that's why I said I didn't want to say it, because
UG3, the next Shea.
No, I'm definitely not saying that. I'm not even about to. Nah, we ain't even going close to that. But what I was going to say is this: early on with Shea, before Shea could like tackle well in terms of like hitting his target, a lot of times, man, he was just flying by so fast that he's going to either make the defender stop his feet, or he can get a piece of him just enough so the rest of us could get over there. And with UG3, even on that miss, that's what it reminded me of. It was like he's playing so fast and he's taking a shot. He's not, shying away from this. And that's ultimately helping somebody else make this play right here. But when you watch him, like I said, it wasn't going to stand out in the sense of interceptions or in the sense of a fumble or something like that. But as a whole, he just looked good. Watching him as a linebacker, knowing what I'm looking for in that and certain things we're trying to find in that position group right there, he showed some of those things. And that's why I'm like, this is that's going to be interesting to watch going forward. Yeah.
And you bring up a good point about Spillane last year. Even when he was balling out, there were moments where a tight end would get past them and get like a nice little 10-yard game. So maybe I shouldn't be as overreactionary as I am right now.
Because what was it? Was it the Tennessee game where he had? Oh man,
I remember one or two in the Browns game. I think where it was like someone got a nice catch on him, but he was making some of those other plays where he's like pressuring the quarterback or they're doing screen pass. He's right there leveling the running back, which is what we were loving. We just didn't really get to see that yesterday. That's all. But I thought he was decent enough in the run game, mixing it up and going full speed that I was like, all right, I like that. But the coverage element's the thing that we really need.
Well, and I will one other like caveat for Spillane, because I'm always careful. Like when we're talking about the guys, we don't want to overly, get on them, but at the same time, I don't want to make too many excuses for them either, right? Yeah. But another factor, another variable that could have, and I do think did play into his performance or the lack thereof from coverage, Spillane isn't a great athlete, right? He's not a guy that you're just going to drop off the bus and say, hey, whoever shows up, you're going to be better than them. So typically with a guy like Spillane, he's going to study film. He's going to study the playbook. He's going to study his opponent. He's going to know strengths and weaknesses. If this guy's fast, how to guard him. You're not doing that in the preseason. Ooh. So you kind of walk out.
That little caveat.
Yeah, so you kind of do walk out there, and it's like, we know our calls, but we're going to have to just be ready for
Spillane
whatever.
Was disrespecting that running back.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know. I ain't looking you up.
I'm not even going there. But in the
running back made him pay.
In preseason, especially game one, you're not doing a ton of, let me look on the roster to see who I'm going against. Let me see which quarter, who's the O-line, like, because it's going to be a hodgepodge. You don't know how long they're playing and things like that. So you literally just go out there with your calls and you just hope for the best. And you hope that your technique, your fundamentals will get you through it, even if the matchup isn't good. But that's what I was saying with just the preseason in general with Coach Tom and his mindset. He could game plan them. He could scheme it. He could have it where, hey, UG3, anytime that running back from last night is out there, you match up with him, put Spillane on the tight end because the tight end isn't as athletic. It could be as simple as that. And now you don't have to worry about that. But because of just them going in vanilla, they're going to simply close the defense to the tight end side, which is by rule going to put UG3 over there for some of the coverage stuff, which is going to end up having Spillane isolated on the back potentially with some of that stuff where he was getting yesterday. So that also plays into it. Like I said, not trying to make excuses for it, but just give a little bit more context as to why he could have struggled. Now, that ain't gonna be no excuse going forward because it's Teep out there now. So you gotta keep going and improving. But just, don't start the sell Spillane just yet. Yeah. And,
okay. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for calming us down.
No doubt. And we're gonna go to the chat. And if you get some chats, get
ready.
So, I'm gonna shout out Gina real quick. She just joined the upper room. Gina Shachio, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And I'm sure I butchered your last name, Gina, but we are proud to have you and we appreciate you. Yes, we do.
So these screenshots came in clutch because I think, at least on my end, I probably lost half of these things.
Good call, bro.
All right, so we got, this one was from earlier. Let's go UW.
Okay.
I do like what I saw from the physicality of the O-line. Dan Moore I think it was his typo, coming for that left tackle spot.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Dan Moore's demeanor, but we talked about
Kendrick Green too.
Yeah, and we said you saw both of them right on the short yardage play when Naji got the first down. Who was finishing the blocks?
Oh yeah,
you saw Kendrick.
I mean, it was a dog pile. You're like, you don't need to be doing this, but you're like, all right, whatever, go for it.
But remember when I said in practice, that's how, like, a guy like Dan Moore, we wanted to see that. That's how he's been looking in practice. That's why guys have been wanting to fight him and Kendrick Green in practice.
Nice.
And that was what I wanted to see as well in terms of can that carry over into the game? Because it's easy to be tough in practice. It's easy to be tough when you know the guy. I want to see you be tough when you don't know the guy. When you do that with them dudes from around the corner, Debo. Do that with them dudes, all right? For my Friday movie people out there. But I did get a chance to see that, and it looked good. Now, they weren't perfect, but they looked good. They kept the quarterback clean in terms of Kendrick Green and Dan Moore. But damn, man, that was good, man. Well, honestly, it's hard to say.
We haven't seen Chooks.
Right. Because I was about to say, man, Chooks is going to get it, but it's hard to say that just because we haven't seen Chooks just yet. Now, he's obviously been practicing and stuff like that, but we need to see him in a game setting, man. We need to see more of him. But Dan is definitely playing well right now. That was a good first impression for an in-stadium performance by him.
And that's without 60% of the actual starting offensive line around him.
He started with was that Rashard was with him?
Yeah. Green. I don't even know who that. We had Hag on the right side. Who was our right guard? I don't even know.
Was that wasn't JC, was it?
I saw JC out there at the end of the game.
Yeah, I did too. That's why I was like, I don't remember where he was at early.
Was Finney maybe right guard?
I don't know. And I can't go back and rewatch it. That was the thing I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to check out the details on my rewatch. NFL Game Pass. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Janky right now, bro.
All right, we got a few more. Grayson Brown, Deke and Moats. Oh, he's talking about special teams.
We could talk about that too.
Deke and Moats, special teams. I thought that looked kind of crispy last night, of course.
Hey, absolutely, man. Shout out to Danny Smith, man. Yo, put some respect on my coach, man.
Outside of
Danny
Sloman.
had them dudes right. Yeah, Sloman was. Yeah, but
it doesn't matter
later though. He's not the kicker. He's not gonna be the kicker, bro.
Yeah, the one was a long one. The other one was an extra point.
People were really like panicking though
about Sloman. He's just out there so Boswell isn't kicking.
Yeah, but they really thought like he was our guy. I'm like, nah. Y'all got chill, man. We good.
The thought that I had was, what the hell happened to that Matt Wright dude that we had sub in for a game or two? He made everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he has a long leg, but I liked his accuracy. So I looked it up.
I agree.
He's on the Lions. So maybe he's actually fighting for an actual spot. Whereas if he came back to here.
He's not, he wouldn't make the team here.
It'd be the same exact scenario. So maybe best of luck to him with the Lions. Maybe he'll make the team.
Because he did. He definitely helped us. Was that 1 game, 2 games?
It might have been 1 or 2 games, but he made everything.
Kicked. Yeah, absolutely.
He was like Sweezum to me.
Yeah.
Sweezum never had a leg that he could kick it over 50, but he was pretty much money.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's a good observation right there. I like that, bro. I like that.
I knew anytime it was a 50-yarder, I'm like, we can't kick this. So we got to get a few more yards so Sweezum can make it.
With special teams, man, obviously the big man, Presley Harvin. I mean, he stole the show, bro, with all 4 punts. The one to the 1 yard line, the one that bounced out of bounds on like all of them were inside the 10.
He had 2 right at the 10.
Then the one where he makes, I mean, he didn't technically make the guy fall, but it was a part of his kick. I mean, that ball bouncing like that, guy misjudges it. We get a fumble, a turnover on special teams. That is huge right there. And then also, man, Anthony McFarland, he's not in making tackles on special teams as well.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, see, it's the detail.
I just saw him fair catch the first one. I thought he wanted to run it back. You could tell, but he was like, you know what? I'm going to think better of this.
Nah, Danny should have hit him with the rule. Every game, Danny's going to be different with it, independent on who the return man is. But he could have simply told him, if you're catching it and you're backing up, don't bring it out. If you're catching it and you're coming forward, you can bring it out. And more so because of the timing of it. What I mean by backing up is like, he's in the end zone already, but he's probably at like 3 yards depth. So if you have to back up 1, 2 to catch it.
And you got to get to 25 to make it worth it.
Right. You're on your back foot. You're on your back foot. So you're not going to be coming out as hard. The timing, everything is going to be off. Just take a knee. Now, if you catching, you already set where you're here and exploding out. Now just go. Yeah, so that's probably what he told him right there. But yeah, to get to the 25, if you're not getting there, baby, what we doing? Sit it down if you ain't gonna make it out there.
Yeah, free 25 is really generous these days.
It is, dude.
Matthew Sexton with the nice punt return.
Dude, he was flying.
Yeah, he looks good.
Fast, bro. He played fast. That's the thing I like with him too, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised because didn't he get a little bit more run at receiver than even before like Rico Bussey?
Yes.
I didn't see Bussey out there till like the very end.
Bussey was he's been a camp like darling right now. So
they had McLeod out there for a while. They had James Washington out there for a while too. So that's probably kind of why.
Now, what was your thoughts though when you were seeing the guys constantly doing the jet sweep motions, the Matt Canada?
Listen, dude. I don't mind the motion. I hate the actual play though because we did it the one time in McLeod and then we fumbled the one to Claypool. Did we have any other success?
The timing of that, that's the other part where football people are talking about why they want 7 practicing a little bit more. That timing is weird, bro, because one dude is sprinting just full speed and you're literally under center. You know what I mean? Like how they're doing it. So as you saw with Mason, I don't think that was on Mason. I don't think it was on Claypool, but it was on both of them because their timing was off on it, man.
Yeah, because as soon as Mason dropped back, Claypool was already
past him. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you're not with the same, all right, this is how we're doing it every single time. We've got 1,000 reps of doing this together. that's all it takes is one time. And you think that drive was actually good. Mason was moving the ball.
Yeah, he just threw a really nice pass to Claypool to get the first down.
Absolutely. And then you turn around, and because of the handoff on the jet sweep is janky, now we get a turnover. Like, that's the part where you got to be careful with that offense, because we don't do it as often. We're still learning it. We're still getting used to that timing of it. We got to get better with that, though, man. Yeah.
Could we do the motions and just never hand it off?
I mean, you could, but
because you at least are switching the defense a little bit.
Absolutely, you definitely could. I know for me, I'd probably be mad if I was a receiver. I'm just keep sprinting back and forth like that. I want the ball once at least. Can I get one, please?
Oh, on the handoff?
Yeah.
I'm good with never doing a jet sweep ever again.
Yeah. Because I thought McFarland had a nice one, though.
Did he?
I thought he did. That might have been the one that got called back, though.
He did have a nice outside run.
I thought that was on the jet sweep, and then that was the one that got called back. I don't know. I thought we had one nice run. Maybe that was what I saw in practice. I don't know. But, you know.
It's all blurred.
I've seen 1,000 of these jet sweeps, bro. So I was just like, yo, I felt like I was watching it last night. I'm like, I've seen it so much, and I'm like, yo, y'all are messing up how y'all doing it. Why y'all keep bubbling? It's supposed to be straight. You got to get more depth. Did you see it? You saw the bubble, right?
No.
Yeah. Oh man. So instead of them being like flat, like when you watch him on tape, with Matt Canada, where he was at LSU, when he was at Pitt, those guys are a little bit deeper, but they're coming more like flat across. Whereas the last night, our guys were going and they would like bubble around a little bit. I was like, all right, man, hold on. I haven't seen all this bubble action, man. Jeez.
I wanted to say one more thing about the special teams, though.
This
is Presley Harvin specifically.
And then we'll get back into this chat too, man, because I know they out here.
I gotta make one or two more screenshots here, but with Harvin, that last punt where the dude fumbled it, there are times where the punt returner will step away from it because he knows this is gonna be a tough catch. There's a lot of chaos around here.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have moved, dude, that punt would have been within the 20, and that would have been a bomb from where we were on the field.
Absolutely.
So I think we can credit Harvin a little bit for that. Because in a way, it forced the dude to say, like, hey, I got to stay in here. Although that guy's never going to see the field. Let's be real.
Yeah. So. I watched it, and it was funny. Wifey was like, what is he supposed to do there? I'm like, well, he can either try to trap that ball and look it in, because he looks up right at the last second, which is why it bounced off him like that. But I'm like, if you're not going to look it in and guarantee you're going to catch that, just get out the way. Like, dude, you trying to get fired.
Yeah, I thought special teams was good, though, outside of Sloman.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Harvin. Now, actually, one more thing. Does Jordan Berry show up? Should he even come back?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it locked in, you think?
I don't think it's locked in. I think
was just the most amazing performance you could have.
Well, yeah, it was the perfect storm. You think of the expectations for him. You think of him being the only person that's going to be punting for the team, in that game as well. And he lived up to it. And they played it up even more. And that's what I even loved about it. So now, let's see how you respond, Barry. Because we've seen where Jordan has kicked well in practice, and we've had to see Presley respond. Now we've seen Presley kick well in the game. Can Jordan respond? And then I want to see Presley do it again in the game, because we've all said this before where we've seen guys do it once. I want to see more. Let me see it again. I'm cool with it. I want to see more.
Will Barry be kicking the whole next game?
I don't know, because I don't know why they did it how they did it.
I thought they were going to go back and forth.
I did as well. So now I was like, okay, is Barry injured, or was that a last minute decision? And they're going to say next game Barry only kicks. But I want to see both. Because it creates a different sense of pressure. It creates a different sense of urgency. And we want to create all those situations before the season gets here. So that way, everything runs smooth as possible once it gets here, baby.
Okay. So we got Vincent Murray.
All right.
Just giving us a shout out here and talking about Vince, your bartending a little bit too.
Hey now.
600 plus viewers. We got some bicep emojis too.
I see 746 right now. Y'all are in here this morning, man. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat on the stream. Yes, indeed, baby.
He says hit the like button.
Facts.
And then also that he never left you a tip for being the bartender at the book signing. Hashtag don't cross the bartending moats.
I appreciate that. I wasn't even thinking about tips when I was doing it. I was just having so much fun, man.
Did anyone?
Honestly, I don't think I took anyone's money, bro.
Oh, wow.
Like, what?
That's respect.
We had a system. Like, I was just serving. We had somebody else on financials.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So that's why I'm like, I wouldn't even been paying attention to any. Yeah.
You were just in the
That
moment.
money could have been there. I'd have been like, oh, I ain't touching that. I ain't getting in trouble today.
Yeah, you were just in the moment.
You know, I was just having fun, man. Sometimes you got to just serve the people. I'm a servant of the people. That's what I am.
We got another comment on Spillane. This is from Roger Peavy.
All right.
Spillane can fill a gap, can't cover a tree stump, though.
Oh.
Najee did good. Yeah. Also, our young secondary surprised me. Balaj taking somebody's spot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey, now.
I think he was a little harsh on Spillane.
A little bit.
I think he was pretty on point with this, though.
Yeah.
I do think Balaj is going to make it after this first game, though.
Yeah. But that's why it's one game, man. It's one game, man. We can't just come at the one. But we can have a little fun with it.
We could, have some fun. There's a little overreaction here and there. That's just natural. We got do you want to touch on that at all?
Yeah, I was going to touch on the secondary part, though, man.
Go for it.
No, I definitely thought the secondary played well. James Pierre, loved his confidence. Antoine Brooks, love what I saw from him. Also, shout out to Donovan Steiner, man. He had obviously the interception on the overthrow.
The last guy we would have expected.
Yeah, but it was funny because I remember watching his tape from Florida, and I thought played with good speed, and I liked him in coverage. I wasn't a fan of his tackling, though. So that was the thing I wanted to see a little bit more with him. I just wasn't a fan of that. I thought he took bad angles, but that was a really nice INT. And I thought it was another guy in the secondary that I thought played well. Oh, man, I think I wrote his name down. Oh, Denmark, the dude that we got asked about on the show. Yep. Absolutely, he was the other guy.
Yep, he had that
so
nice.
I wanted to make sure
he
I was
had that
looking
nice
for him.
Pass deflection.
Yes, he did, man. I thought that those guys, especially the younger guys that I just named off, I thought they all made different plays and flash, and even. Well, technically, all of the guys flash. I mean, because even with Justin Lane's performance, he still had the forced fumble. All of them made some type of flash, some type of play. But I thought the guys that we just named, though, in terms of Steiner, Pierre, Brooks, oh my goodness, Denmark, I thought that they really, were just better performances across more consistently. What were your thoughts on Trey Norwood, man? Because he was flashing some as well.
Yeah, he started the game.
Mm-hmm.
He had that nice little pass deflection.
Yeah, I thought he should have picked it.
I do too.
I thought he should have picked it, bro.
Too. The pressure was kind of nice there. One from Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
He got there initially, but then slipped. And then Highsmith was coming in to finish the job. But
Brooks, because I was upset with Brooks on that play. That should have been his sack, bro. He lost contain, man. He got to stay.
Yeah, he could have.
He got to stay. Go vertical, man. But that's a field thing. You're not gonna feel like that in practice, because in practice that quarterback isn't gonna try to escape it like that. In practice, they're gonna be, oh, it's a sack. Chill out. So you don't feel the sense of, I got a foot in the ground and climb versus the angle he was taking on. That's how you get stuck like that and you ultimately get got. We don't want that.
So with Norwood, that's the main thing I remember with him. I don't remember him getting torched.
And he blocked the field goal too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had the field goal block. Heck yeah. Dude,
did you watch that again? Was that the kicker kicking it lower? I thought it was actually a pretty good kick.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was a good kick. I just thought he made a nice play. We rewinded like 5-6 times trying to catch it because it was like, you know how fast that joint happens. But yeah, I thought that was another good play. And it was significant for his roster spots because when you're talking about younger
even
players,
starting, that's got to say something.
True, but starting in the sense in a preseason game one, it's a false. It's because when Joe Hayden's out there, when Cam's out there.
I'm just saying it's for depth, though, to make the roster at least.
True. This is what I'm saying, though.
Okay,
it doesn't count like that. That's
okay.
The coaches, even though you might start game one, they not saying that any of them dudes is guaranteed or even have a leg up. It's just more so
started, didn't he?
Exactly. It's more so it could be formality, it could be availability. It's a lot. That's on don't fall into that trap, right? But with jeez, man, what was it? Oh, goodness. Norwood, yeah. Going back to Norwood, I was like, yo, we were just talking about this cat. No, but with Trey though, I do in terms of the special teams part for him. Why is it significant? Trey Norwood isn't going to make this team as just a DB. He is going to have special teams value. So him making plays in special teams will allot him the opportunity to make this team and legit be a factor on defense because he will guarantee to have a helmet. And why is that important? Going into these games, you're going to be limited in terms of the resources. So if somebody's tired, somebody's hurt, or if he's just playing well enough where now they're going to formulate, well, you're the fourth DB. You can do that when you're guaranteed to make plays on special teams because that's going to guarantee you're going to have a helmet. It can be another guy. Say, for example, Antoine Brooks. Antoine Brooks could be the best corner ever, right? For the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because obviously not the best corner ever. But he could be having a great camp playing extremely well. But say he is absolutely terrible on special teams right now. they're not going to be using him. He's not going to get the opportunity to make on defense because they're going to say, well, you're not starting over Cam. You're not starting over Joe. You're not starting over Pierre. What do you bring?
Whoa.
I just threw Pierre in there. I just threw him in. I just threw him in there. But that's how that conversation would go. So Trey making a play like a field goal block, that is huge for him. Anthony McFarland making a tackle, huge, because it's going to show, hey, they're playing special teams. They're going to guarantee to have a helmet, and that's going to guarantee that you're going to factor them into your game plan somehow, some way, because they're always going to be there. So, Trey, man, keep it going, baby. Please keep it going, Trey.
That's not something that's easy to do that you see every day either.
Heck no, bro. That's why it was so significant. I'm like, dude, you don't just block no field
goals. If you
could
somehow have the secret where you get one or two of those in the season.
Rosie Nix, he made like his first year making the team with us here, bro. He blocks a punt 4th preseason game. Because it was so significant, it's like, yo, we don't know if anyone could block punts. That's how he made it initially. And then the following year, before he really took off and started having like a role on offense where he was smashing people's faces off, he blocks another punt in the preseason. Now, it took us about 3 years to realize all these blocks happened in the 4th preseason game. But either way, because he was getting the blocks, we was just like, yo, this shirt is crazy here. And then obviously he goes on, becomes a Pro Bowler, makes money, and just recently retired. That's my dog. But that's, it's significant like that. That can be the difference in keeping a guy or not keeping a guy.
Yeah, definitely. Now we got a couple sticking on defense a little bit here.
All right, rock with us.
And this is your position. So we got Jamal Christmas. I'll say both of these kind of together. Jamal Christmas says Highsmith with that spin move was scary. Mm-hmm. He's going to be amazing across from TJ. And then Roger Peavy says Melvin ain't playing a snap with Highsmith balling.
I liked Highsmith a lot last night. I don't think it changes anything, though.
That's what you've been seeing.
Yeah, that's what we've been seeing. And if we're really going to get into the details of the O-line he was facing, that wasn't their starter. So we expect that, and it should look like that, but that's competition is going to continue on, man. Yeah, and that's what I'm ready to see with Melvin, too. Like,
you think he's going to play in preseason? Like game 2?
I feel like he will. I don't know if it's game 2, but he'll definitely play in the preseason, though. Yeah, but that's what I want to see now, because once again, that's the competition part. You've done it in practice. Okay, you did it once in the game. Now we know the matchup was favorable, so do it again. Now do it again, and then continue on. I mean, we know what Melvin has done this in season for multiple seasons now. He's a 10-sack guy. He's done it on multiple occasions. So one performance in a preseason game against the backup doesn't necessarily hold the same weight, but very impressive. Very impressive because, like we said, you want to see out. Right. You want to see guys take what they've been doing in practice, where they're flashing, where they look fast. I mean, how many times I've told you about Highsmith when we come here and talk? I'm like, yo, it's a joke. Anybody that's lining up across from him right now, he's just destroying them. Run game, pass game, like he's flying around. He looks fast. He looks confident. It looked like that again last night. So that is that next progression. Okay, you did it in game 1. Now we're about to get game 2. Be a little bit better competition out there for you. Let's see it again. And then so forth into the 3rd game. I don't even need to see you in that 4th, but let me see you in this 2nd and 3rd game. Do that again. Let me see when Melvin is out there. How is he responding? Because he could come out there. What if he goes out there and lights it up? Now we be over here like, hey, man, Alex, we love you, bro, but you're going to be this 3rd guy, man, because Melvin's nice. So that's how it goes, man.
Oh, yeah. Great problem to have right now.
Oh, no question.
We didn't think this was going to be the case whenever we were talking about our outside linebacker and edge rushers. Yeah. Even back a month ago, just basically before training camp started, because we didn't know Highsmith was going to look like this, and we didn't have any backup guys.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden we got Roche flashing a little bit too.
Yep.
Now, because we do
even had a Cassius Marsh sighting too, man.
Yeah.
Wow, he had a strip sack in the red zone. Yeah, you can say, yeah. That's crazy. You are not a Cassius guy.
I'm not. You know what though? If he makes plays, I'll be happy.
My thing is, bro, I just take it for he was improved. I thought he looked really. I don't want to say really good, but I thought he played well yesterday.
Looked like he belonged.
Yes.
Whereas like Highsmith, NFL flash,
yeah.
Like he could be taking the next level.
Right.
Marsh,
he looked
improved from what we saw at the end of last year, at least.
Yeah.
Now the competition's obviously lower, but still.
But I thought like setting the edge was way better for Cassius. I still thought he thought too much in the rush though. Like on the spin move from Alex Highsmith, that should have been Cassius getting a sack. Cassius unblocked.
He was right there right after. But he should have been there first.
But you know why he was late? Because he's standing at line of scrimmage and he's trying to jump to like bat the ball. And as rushers, you're taught you don't want to jump because all he's gonna do is pump fake and go around you. And a bat ball isn't gonna have the same type of effect as a QB hit. So you're always taught to just run through the ball, mirror the throwing hand with your hand. So if he's pumping, you're mirroring here, but you're still gonna run through it and ultimately get a hit on him. For him, that would have been a sack. That should have been a clean, like, blasted dude, but he was thinking just a little bit too much. So those are some of the things where I want to see him just continue to take steps forward. But as a whole, I thought that he played way better than the last time he was out there on that field, man. Way better.
Might make the team then.
See, you doing too much, bro.
Oh, whoa.
You be throwing everybody on the team right now, man. Like,
I'm making my cuts already.
Yeah, like, bro, we're one preseason game. My man said, "Yo, Cash is there. He might make the team." You know, like
I already said, Balaj is on for sure.
Yeah.
You said Samuel's gone. I'm sorry.
Benny Snell's gone too, right?
I got to see him still. It's not looking promising though. I do like what I saw from Balaj. And
Barry's gone. You said Barry's gone. Who else was gone?
Oh yeah, Barry. I don't even know if he should show up.
Spillane, did you cut Spillane?
I'm concerned. Yet? No, I'm just concerned for the regular season.
Okay.
I'm trying to look for backup plans.
Got you. Okay,
you spoke highly of Gilbert. I like what I saw from Buddy Johnson, but I still feel like Spillane's going to be the guy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit concerned.
Okay.
That may have been an overreaction. You calmed me down a little bit. Anyone else?
I'm trying to think, who else got fired last night, man?
No, I'm good. I'm good on everyone else.
Yeah, you are funny, man. I love it. All right.
We got a few more comments here.
Yeah, because are these mix of like regulars and supers, or how we doing that, man?
No, I still got some super chats.
Okay. Well, yeah, mix them all in, man. Mix them all in. We're good.
Okay, so
because my joint is like bouncing all over the place over here, bro.
Yep, I think I'm caught up. I think I know where I'm at. All right.
Oh, well, this is a good name that somebody actually brought up as well. But you know what? Go your chat first, and I can come back to this.
Okay. This one, we talked about Naji a little bit, but Waxman68 cards, #card crew saying Naji, double deuce Harris.
I like the double deuce now.
Oh.
Did we just stumble across something here?
The double deuce.
Double deuce?
That's not bad. That is not bad.
It's smooth.
That is not bad.
That is low-key smooth.
Najee double deuce Harris. Once he gets up to speed with this offense, will take us to the 7th promised land ring.
All right. I'm with it, baby.
Shout out.
I'm with it, baby.
And then I think we got 2 more super chats, but did you want to hit on the name that was brought up?
Yeah, because sticking with the DBs a little bit here, 2 guys that got brought up. Well, daggone, it jumped on me. Well, at least I remember the one. Oh, here we go. The 2 names right here. So Some Swag Gaming and Douglas Coley II. They brought up Mark Gilbert, and then Swag, he brought up Arthur Millette. He was saying he didn't look as great, as people would have probably expected with him. But what I'll say is this: I did like Mark Gilbert. I thought he competed. The one pass that he did give, because he did give up the one, but I'm trying to think, was it?
I don't even remember. I remember 2 pass deflections.
Yeah, I know he had the 2 pass, but he gave up one like later after the 2 pass deflections. But as a whole, I thought that Mark played well. I liked how he was challenging routes. I like how he was trying to play close coverage. Like he wasn't playing safe. I thought, and what I mean by that is Justin Lane at times was playing safe. Like he would allow you to get this 10-yard stop or this 5-yard out. He'd rather just come down and tackle it versus trying to actually make a break on that ball. Because, when you're making that chance, you do open yourself up for a double move or missed tackle, right? So he appeared to be playing more safe, whereas I thought with Mark was playing like, yo, I'm trying to prove something. I want y'all to see who I am. And I like that about him. I like that demeanor with him. Now with Arthur Millette, I thought he did struggle in coverage, but I did like him on special teams. I want to say it would have been one of the punts. It did seem he had a nice little tackle on it. I was like, all right, that's cool right here. And he did make a play on defense as well in the second half. So with Arthur, though, it's a weird dynamic because he's a veteran player in the sense of he's not young, but he's not a star, right? So the expectations for him, he's like, I don't really know what we're trying to see from him. Like, he's not going to be this
competition with Brooks for the nickel corner.
Right, yeah.
But if we think it's clear cut, though, it's Brooks over Millette.
Right now it is. Yeah. Right now, that's definitely how it's been. So, with Arthur, it's going to be, but veteran player, he'll respond. Like, I'm not worried about Arthur having a bad preseason. Most like when you get guys like that who've been in the league for multiple years, you don't stick around if you're not able to correct bad performances, if you're not able to correct or hide your inefficiencies and stuff like that. And similar to what we said with Cassius Marsh, right? Cash has been in the league 5-6 years now. He played bad in that wild card game. What did he come out here and do? He said, I'm going to set the edge. I might not be able to do anything else, but I'm going to make sure y'all not running over here. Arthur's going to figure it out. He's going to say, well, okay, I gave how many out routes? How many times did the guy catch pass on me? I need to either play closer or I need to back off and play downhill. But either way, we're going to have to figure this thing out. And he'll do that. But I like I said, I just don't know what we're expecting from him, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he's a borderline roster guy.
Right. I didn't view him as like a guaranteed spot when we signed him. Yeah.
Well, we just didn't know. Now that we know how it's playing out, that Brooks is going to be the nickel guy, because we didn't know what's going on with Pierre and some of the outside corners. Yeah. Like, who's going to be in competition for that third cornerback spot? If we're saying Brooks, he's head and shoulders above Moats. So basically, he fits into.
Man, you went head and shoulders. I like how you just be. God, all I said was Brooks has been getting the reps first. God, I would say that man head and shoulders are better. But like, Lord, man, I ain't say that. I ain't say that now.
I'll say it.
I ain't say that there.
I'll say it. Yeah, he's borderline roster guy. Special teams, maybe in the competition a little bit, but Brooks has the upper hand right now.
Yeah.
That's where he is. And that's probably what we hoped where he would be whenever we signed him. We didn't want him to be this bona fide slot corner just based off what he's done in the league up to this point. I mean, you never know. You could turn a leaf and all of a sudden he can have this amazing run with us.
He definitely could, man.
But I don't know. You're hoping to find that elsewhere, whether it's a dude that you groom up like Mike Hilton with us, and we're doing the same thing with Antoine Brooks. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It goes back to what you said with expectations. I don't think they were crazy high with Mollett.
Yeah, I think when I thought of the Arthur Mollett signing, I thought more if you get depth on defense, great, but he's going to give you more of the special teams value, kind of like a Miles Killebrew. Same type of.
It was around the same time, too.
Yeah, like they were like back to back. Yeah, so that's kind of like how I view both of those guys. Like anything they do positive on defense is an added bonus. But when I look at those guys, I'm evaluating them heavily for their special teams contributions, and they should look good in special teams, especially during the preseason.
All right, couple comments.
All right.
Yeah, we only got two here. This one's just a statement.
Okay.
We got from Juan Rangel. Roche and Highsmith doing what was expected.
Yeah, I thought Roche, he flashed a little bit. He played faster than I was expecting him to play in his first game. I did like seeing that,
he flew across the edge on that sack.
I definitely like seeing that, man. Yeah, I'm mixing him and Jamar, because wasn't Jamar had the hit on the Steiner pick. Quincy had another hit on because I know he had the sack, but that was another play. He had a nice like QB hit on as well. But no, he was flying around, man. I liked how he moved. I like his bend. Yeah, he looked good.
And then one more.
Highsmith was definitely the best edge outside linebacker on the field, bro. He lit it.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. And when our offense is going to learn to stop leaving our outside linebackers unblocked when they're trying to run the ball away from these guys. I mean, Highsmith flies down the line and blasts him. How many times have we seen TJ and Bud do that? I don't know why they do that against the Steelers. That is not the team that you want to leave the backside edge unblocked running away. We're not built like your average outside linebackers. We're more athletic. We're faster guys. You know, they're doing that like this your traditional 6'4", 2'7", 2'6". You know what I mean? Like these big just ogres out there. They can't move. Like, nah, man, y'all better block that backside guy. Otherwise, it's gonna be a field day.
From Sean S. This goes back to what you were talking about with Gilbert. Mm-hmm. And actually, this could be a good transition because we haven't talked about one position up to this point yet. Mm-hmm. Mark Gilbert. Well, he says Marcus Gilbert.
I thought he retired. No?
Yeah.
Dang, shout out to my dog Gilly.
Well, actually, yeah, he says Marcus Gilbert, Mark Gilbert, and Josh Dobbs need more clock. Mm-hmm. They're smart ballers.
I do agree, but the problem is, where do you find more clock for them? More clock for Dobbs is going to be less clock for Mason or Haskins, who I do think I need to see more of that competition.
Yep.
We want to see them longer as well. Unfortunately, these games can't be 8 hours or 8 quarters. I don't think we'll watch it.
Yeah, we need one full game with each of them, really.
We got 3 games left. All right, Ben, I know I wanted you to play. You're not playing anymore in the preseason. Next game would be Haskins. Next game would be Dobbs after that, and then we'll wrap it up with Mason after that. So we're all getting it or should Dobbs get that last game so he could, I don't know. We'll come back to it. But either way, that's what they need to do it, man. But that's the big thing in terms of them getting more clock. I don't think that that's going to happen right now for Dobbs. Now with Gilbert, it's going to be interesting with him because he played well. He definitely did.
They had Pierre playing a while.
Yeah, but I'm just like, because you can see they're evaluating the heck out of Pierre. They need to know. They need, is this for real?
Lane got in there. Yep. So those guys probably have the first nod over Gilbert at this point.
And they're going to keep evaluating the heck out of those guys. Now, what I will say is this, though. Based on how Justin Lane played in that first game and how Marcus Gilbert played, you could in this second game.
They got you. They got you with Marcus Gilbert.
Oh, yeah. Because I read the name again, Mark Gilbert. Yeah, but the way that Mark Gilbert played, you could see Mark Gilbert get a little bit more time earlier compared to Justin Lane, just because when you're doing competitions and you don't have a clear-cut guy, it will fluctuate a little bit more frequently than like a Spillane, for example. Like Spillane has a longer leash. He's going to get the opportunity. He's not going to have to feel like, oh man, they might switch me out this next game. They're not doing that with him. But with Justin Lane, the rotation next game could easily be, once Pierre is done, Mark Gilbert, you're going out there, instead of Justin Lane. And Justin, you got to wait a little bit, even in practice. And granted, I'll be out there tomorrow's practice and Sunday's practice. I'll be able to come back and tell, if they changed up that rotation with those guys. But that is something to watch for with younger players like that. When a guy like Mark Gilbert played as well as he did, and Justin struggling a little bit in his performance. So,
yeah. Gilbert, there were reports that he was playing good in special teams too. And it goes back to what you were saying about if you could play good in special teams, maybe you could find
that's huge.
A role on the roster. Just have 2 pass deflections like that. And dude, he was supposed to be a 2nd-round pick until he got hurt.
Yeah.
So I would like to see more of Mark Gilbert as well. And Justin Lane would be the guy that you would bump down a little bit in terms of playing time. We'll see what happens, though.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
And it looks like in the chat, man, a lot of people are definitely not feeling Justin Lane's performance last night. But it looks like a lot of people do like Deuce Deuce. For
double deuce,
excuse me, double deuce. I said, well, because Ray Thomas, he's put my deuce revolver, and I'm like, no, not the deuce, the double deuce. And Trina says the double deuce is fire. I do like the double deuce though.
That's pretty good,
clean, man.
That's a good one.
That's pretty clean. And then Jay Morris just spammed us up with the thumbs up for the like. He's basically saying, man, look, it's 773 people on right now, and we're sitting at 251 likes. What is going on? That's what Jay Morrison is saying. That's not what we're saying. That's what Jay said. And Jay is a good guy. So make sure y'all listen to Jay. Hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, ding, hit the little red subscribe button, baby. It's that simple.
Yeah, much appreciated.
No, greatly appreciated, man. And shout out to everybody, too, that didn't party too hard last night. Preseason opener. Some people, it might be in Canton right now, still hanging out for the Hall of Fame. I'm glad that, y'all are able to wake up this morning and join us.
I'm surprised Presley Harvin didn't get a Hall of Fame jacket after that game.
Bro, I thought he was going to be league MVP. I was waiting on him to give the whole ceremony. Roger, where are you at, baby?
Actually, it's a good question. Who'd you give MVP yesterday?
Presley. For a fact, Presley.
I probably would too.
I thought you were going to say Naji.
No, I probably would. My second knee-jerk reaction is to give it one of the quarterbacks, like Mason or Haskins. Mason, the fumble hurts him.
I would have with Dobbs, honestly. If I was on, I thought Dobbs for MVP, you gotta have the stats as well, and he did lead. He did have those drives.
What happened at running back? Nah,
because you're not going Kalen Balazs.
Claypool.
He had the drop.
He had the drop. Yeah,
he had the drop.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a nice bomb he caught, but he had the drop.
Did make up for it.
Have we heard
Donovan
any
Steiner with the pick?
Did we hear any updates on Chase just yet?
I think he's fine. I think
because they said he walked off from everything. Yeah,
he was cheering on. Well, did you see?
I did see.
After he made the one catch, the sideline catch, going throughout the whole Cowboys sideline. Yeah.
We've seen that before, huh?
You know what? That's just who he is at this point. Yeah. So I'm going to embrace it.
You're just embracing it? Yeah. I'm not embracing that, bro.
I'm cool with it.
I don't like it. I don't.
As long as he's making the play. Yeah. We've seen it where he's doing not that making, he's not making the play.
I don't like the demeanor. You know me.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, it's not like he's doing it from afar. He's doing it right in their face at least.
He for a fact is doing it. But man, these refs be tripping sometimes, bro.
Oh, you're worried about the flag.
I don't want to, bro. You know how that's going to end, man. Come on, man. You know how that's going to end. We all know how that's going to end. That's why I'm like, I was like, oh, Lord, no, come on, man. Come on, Chase. Stop, please. Like, you won't have to chop in the crowd. Like, get back on the field and then do the first. My man first down sign.
At least he's straight up about it. That's what I mean.
Like,
he did it right there. So, like, if they wanted to fight, they could have done it on spot.
Yeah, man. But is that good for us?
No.
Yeah, exactly, man.
I get it. But at least he was being real about it. That's what I appreciate.
I don't want him to be real. Chase, be fake if you need to. When it comes to your, demonstrations at the good plays, don't do them on the defenders. You can do them around them, just not on the defenders.
I think it was Harvin. Steiner had the pick. He had a couple sacks.
Yeah. Harvin for me, though.
That's what I mean. Did Highsmith play enough?
Yeah.
Harvin did it throughout the whole game.
Yeah. He did. He definitely did. So I would probably go Harvin. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think let's do it. Why
I'm
not?
going if I had to do a top 3, I would go Harvin, Dobbs at 2, and then I would go Highsmith at 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I just liked Dobbs a little bit more because of what he was working with. Whereas with Highsmith, you look like how it was supposed to look. It should have looked gory. It looked gory. You look like you had the competitive advantage. With Dobbs in that group, wasn't the competitive advantage. It was more balanced. It was more even. And we saw Dobbs use his legs. We saw Dobbs throwing the rock. We saw Dobbs being smart with the ball. It looked like he had just control of the offense. Very similar to what we said about Haskins. I just thought that Dobbs moved the ball better, but I also thought that the receivers helped him out a little bit better as well compared to with when Haskins was out there. But even with Mason, I thought Mason did some good things though, man.
I did too. I said this. People don't like him, I said this yesterday. Outside of the fumble, like he impressed me the most in terms of his throws because he had the most wide variety of some of those out routes.
Yep.
He had the deep ball to Claypool. He had the one that Claypool dropped. Like if he doesn't drop that, he's 7 for 9 with like over 100 yards in that first quarter and a half.
See, for me, I thought with Mason, they called the game similar to how they did in week 17. They were more open with the playbook in the second half, right? We're going to stretch the field. We're going to see you throw the deep out.
Even the dump to Naji, you could tell he was looking for something deep.
Downfield, yeah. So with those calls, drastically different than when Haskins was in there. When Haskins came in, it was more, we're running the ball, we're going to work perimeter. Waggle routes where tight ends are dragging across.
Well, he did get the ball with the short field, though.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did.
A couple times.
We did. But I just thought that it was a lot more reserved play calling with Haskins in there as compared to Mason and Dobbs. I thought they opened it up. Now, that could also be because Mason and Dobbs have already been here before. So with them, there is going to be a comfort level that's already there. Obviously, Matt Canada has worked with them before as well because he was on the staff a year ago. So I thought that might have been why the calls look like that, but I do anticipate it changing next game because in practice, they're not calling those type of plays for Haskins in practice. When I watch Haskins in practice, they're calling the same calls that they were calling for Mason in that first quarter where he's stretching the field. They're calling those for Haskins, and those are the plays that Haskins is making in practice. He's taking those shots. Whereas in the game, I can't remember them calling a ton of deep passes.
He did make the one throw. I think it was McCoy down the sideline. It looked like a good throw. It was just McCoy and the dude getting tangled up.
But as a whole, like it wasn't a ton of variety with this call. They're gonna run Balaj left, they're gonna run Balaj right, and they hitting these passes to the flat more so just trying to get the timing part of it.
I was impressed with Haskins. Yeah. I liked what Mason did outside of the fumble. Dobbs looked good too.
But that's my thing. Like when we say outside the fumble, like, it's not just on him.
Right.
Part of that is Claypool.
I think he took the blame in the press conference.
He's supposed to. He's a quarterback.
But I thought the same thing before he said that. I was like,
I
mean, Claypool with his timing and also just the offense in general. It's a preseason game. We're trying to work out these kinks. It's not the end of the world.
I don't think it's a knock on either guy. It's just that's the timing of it. You got to get the timing part right. But I
think the thing that hurt Dobbs from my standpoint, he had that really nice pass in the end zone because the pressure was coming down on him.
He got smacked.
Yeah,
and he died. It was a Deacon dot right there, man.
The thing that hurt him, because I think that first drive was the one that stood out from all of his other ones. The other ones, in my opinion, were just them trying to run the ball and get the game over with, in my opinion.
They were.
That was about it.
Yep.
So in terms of that one comment about Dobbs getting more clock, he had like a good 9 to 8 minutes in that fourth quarter, but it just looked like we were trying to get out of that stadium.
But that's kind of how I felt even watching Haskins a little while. It was just like, man, why we keep running it? Like, let that man sling that pill a little bit, man. I want to see that.
I loved. Now, quarterback critics would probably rip on it. I loved a couple of those throws where he was just on his back foot.
Yeah, that
You don't want that, but
I did not like that.
But just to showcase the arm a little bit, it was kind of impressive.
For me, the reason why I didn't like it, that's what got him in trouble in Washington.
Yeah,
the inconsistency with the footwork. Just because you're capable of it, you don't need to make habits of that. And for him, that was a bad habit. So I looked at that as like, don't revert back to that now that you're in the stadium. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't a fan of it all the way, man, because that's turnovers.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I was just impressed that like he's got that type of arm talent. He's got the arm talent that people are craving with Mahomes and like Rodgers, where you could just stand there, have these weird arm angles off your back foot.
Because you know what it reminded me of? Like when you just said that, I heard Aikman. He was talking about DiNucci and he could throw from all over these angles, and we saw what that was looking like.
Haskins looked better to me. I don't know if he had the Steeler jersey, but
yeah, that was a Steeler jersey. But for a fact, Aikman, like, man, you see this guy? You look at this kid arm, man. This is crazy. He could throw it like this, man. Look at the angles here, man. It's not the best, but dude, I'm like, yeah, but he's stinking it up. He's hitting people in the face with it. It's not what you want to do, you know.
He had that one broken play that kind of saved the stat line. If that didn't happen, man.
Chill out, man. Chill out. It was at one point I was laying there, me and wifey, and now my homies, because we jam you out. And my man's just like, yo, the stat line said 1 for 3. It's like 2 yards, 0 touchdowns and a pick. I say, yo, God, he's making us look bad right now. Come on, Diane. Come on, DiNucci. I need you, baby. I need you. So yeah. But shout out to that long run he had at the end, man. That's got to count for something.
Yeah.
Give my man a little positivity.
And Haskins' stat line probably should have been a little bit better. There was was there 2 or 3 drops? The one was a contested catch with the tight end, but there was I think there was 2 blatant drops.
Yeah, but he had the one bad throw. Was that in the red zone? The one.
Oh yeah. Was it? Who was it? Was it Washington? I can't remember.
I don't remember who it was.
McFarland, maybe.
About, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it would have been a touchdown because it would have been some type of contest at the goal line. But yeah, he missed that. There was that nice catch that McFarland made. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I thought Haskins did pretty good. He looked like, in terms of comfortability, and you mentioned this, that's what I thought he did. There was maybe a throw that you would like to be placed one way or another. He threw one to like the left sideline, and it was kind of one of those back foot throws where he was getting it out real quick, little low. But no, I thought he looked pretty good. His stat line would look better if it wasn't for the drops. And then McFarland getting that first down that one time, that drive could have kept going too. Led the scoring drive. I liked Haskins. I like what Mason did. Dobbs, unfortunately, only got 1 series.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I know it was more serious.
No, I'm with you on that. I was laughing because my man Donald Copeland here, he says, Team Mason don't even hit right. They don't like how it sounds when we're giving Mason some love. They're not feeling the Mason performance last night at all, man. My man Larry even says Dobbs 1, Haskins 2, trade Mason.
I don't get how you could have those takes after yesterday.
Mason Alex had some really Alex good P says Mason is not it. Reincarnate Enigma says Haskins is better than Mason. We do agree with that for right now based on what we've been seeing. But yeah, Peter Cicero, Mason to the Colts, please. Like, man,
I don't get these takes, dude.
But now Bart Simpson says that, Stephanie Ramirez is Mason Rudolph's burner account. And it's obvious because Stephanie is a Mason enthusiast.
No one's saying he's the future. No one's saying he's it. But
and she also says we should trade Haskins back to Washington.
I'm good with our quarterback depth. Mason and Haskins, competition for quarterback too. And then depending on what Ben decides, I hope it's 4 more years. I hope he signs up for that. But if he decides to ride off in the sunset, play some golf, then we have a competition between those two dudes next year, or maybe even not next year. Maybe Ben wants to play 1 more year. Yeah. But whatever it is, I'm good with what we got going right here with Mason Haskins. And you never know what you could do in the draft in a couple years.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
No one's saying like that he's it. He's the franchise guy. I thought he played good yesterday.
But this is one of the things that Mason is coming to now, where he's going to have to to get the bad memories gone, to make people feel like, all right, what we've seen from him in the past.
Well, especially with Haskins here now.
Right, because with Haskins here, Haskins is like that new toy, that bright, and it's like, he's super talented, and it's just more so, can he legit tap into that? With Mason, because we felt like at times he was limited, and because, when you're just going down the process of, we have a first-round grade on a person versus somebody being a legitimate first-round pick, it's just weird in terms of with Mason, how we're saying, Mason didn't play bad. He did some good things, but the perception surrounding him is drastically different compared to a guy like Haskins and even Dobbs to a little bit right now. But Mason wasn't terrible, man. Mason did some good things yesterday, man. Just give Mason a little bit, give him another game. Give him another game before we ship him off.
All right, so what do you think is going to happen going forward? You think it's going to be flip? Haskins gets
I think in game 2, I think for game 2, because they want to see guys with different groups. We got a chance to see Haskins.
I would like to see that too.
Right. We got a chance to see.
I would love to see a full game of Mason, a full game of Haskins.
We saw Mason with Claypool, Deontay. Now we want to see Haskins with those guys and with Naji. Yeah, that I want to see that. And they want to see that because we saw Dwayne play well with the group he had. Now, what if he goes out with this group and excels? Okay, you might be on to something. Now, say Mason,
even some of those passes that they gave Mason. I'd like to see some of those out routes and stuff.
Or say
too.
With Mason, right? Mason, we thought he did some good things in this game. Wasn't great, but he did some good things. But he was with the better unit. Now, can you still do those things with a lesser unit out there? When you don't have Claypool that you could just throw it up there too, can you still make those type of plays? Can you still be a productive person to move the offense? That, once again, is something that I'm interested to see with Mason, man. So they will flip-flop those guys, man.
Okay.
I think they definitely will, man.
Yeah, that'll be fun to see.
Yeah. Dude, oh, man, the chat just jumped because it was an upper room.
I think I could get it.
Daggone. It just jumped on me.
Oh, wow. I might have lost it officially.
Yeah,
this
bro.
Chat.
It's a good problem to have. It's because of y'all.
Whoever just joined the upper room should comment.
Yeah, whoever just joined it though,
because we'll be able to see the the image or the logo next to your name too.
But while they're doing that, I'll get this super chat from Let's Go UW as well because this joint is y'all are active because how active they are is like popping up. So Let's Go UW. Gotta shout out my University of Wyoming people out there. We appreciate you as well on the support. He says, can't wait to hear the GOAT, Troy Polamalu, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Man, you're absolutely right, man. It sucks, dude, that he wasn't able to be there yesterday, with the COVID and stuff like that.
They just brushed by it real quick. They show a couple highlights.
I'm like, man.
That's funny.
But hey, look, they had to because with all them fans there. I mean, even look awkward when they flashed the Naji on the sideline. He was like the only one with the mask on at the time. I'm like, yo, they ain't about to show him no more on the sideline. Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing these reports with the wristband, no wristband.
Well, the reason is the wristbands wasn't agreed upon by the PA.
Okay.
The NFL said they wanted to do wristbands. So for the PA, they said we're not.
So the next day they're like, no, don't throw that on.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they basically tell them like, yo, y'all don't put any of that on. If we don't agree upon it with the PA, and that's the union stuff right there, because it gets unnecessary attention. I mean,
I know.
Think about when that report came out and we saw the picture with Naji's wristband, everybody went nuts. Oh my, and now you're either going to get the people that are pro-vax, anti-vax, and it's just a headache for no reason. I mean, we're not going to sit around and ask you, hey, did you get your hepatitis shot? Did you get your chicken? Did you get your flu? You got your measles? Like, we ain't doing that. So why are we doing that with this? So that was the thing that the NFLPA, that was their argument. And that's ultimately why that kind of went the rest. Even though you did see Naji with the mask on the sideline, like it's, a lot of the reports that initially came out in terms of what they were going to be required to do, it wasn't necessarily all agreed upon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's like the behind the scenes, like football stuff, the business part of it. But yeah, that's why though.
Okay, I get what you're saying now.
And that's why I laughed.
Because the people didn't know, is he trolling with people, which would be hilarious.
Yeah, but that was also why I laughed when how quickly they went over Troy and the COVID thing. He was like, nope, just going, and we keep it all positive. When they had that one little glimpse of Naji on the side with that man, it was, nope, we ain't showing him no more today.
See,
we go to everybody else. Yeah, it was super quick, yo. Yeah. But optics, man, with that look like, oh man, these guys got COVID, but
I didn't know if it was official that Polamalu wasn't going to show up. Is there a chance that when is the actual ceremony?
I want to say like he goes in on Saturday and Faneca is Sunday.
Like, is there still a chance he can maybe do a speech?
I'm hoping so, but I don't know everything like in terms of like their rules, vax status. Like, was he direct? Like, was he a positive? Or was it a contact? Like, I don't know. I didn't look into any of that type of stuff,
I didn't think they completely wrote it off that he was going to be showing up.
Right.
But since this is earlier than actually giving the speech, so maybe he could still stop by and say what's up. But yeah. we got anything else in terms of chat quarterbacks? Oh wait, no, I got the member.
Oh, okay.
Steel stainless steel.
Steel.
He says
stainless.
That
sounds like a nice burner, nice little pistol thing on you. Steel stainless steel. Shout out to you, baby, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. You think we was gonna miss a chance to wake and bake and sing? Welcome to the upper room. Come on, baby. No, we ain't going out like that. But yeah, I'm trying to think, did we get all of them?
I don't know. I think we're caught up in terms of the chats, because that was the only thing, right? You said someone in the upper room.
Yeah, that was the last one.
I'm not seeing anything else in terms of super chats or upper room stuff in the chat right now. Did we cover everything though up to this point? Like in terms of quarterbacks, positions, running back, we talked Naji, we talked some defense.
Yeah. I mean, what position? I'm trying to think.
Quick comment from Matt Mixich. What's up? Nothing like kicking the Cowboys' ass.
Shout out to that. Absolutely. Damn, I'm trying to think. Who else could we be thinking about there? Charlie Dole brings up Donnie Shell wearing LC's gold shoes. Did you see that when he was doing the interview? That was pretty dope.
I did.
Yeah. Shout out to Donnie, man. Good friend. Obviously, he was on the show as well. Check out that interview if you haven't, but that was dope, man.
Yeah, he has some good stories there.
Man.
Just coming into the NFL and being undrafted, what it was like.
Not even expecting anything. Like, it was crazy, bro. And then, obviously, it was probably, 2 weeks later when he gets the call about the Hall, or a month later when he gets the call about the Hall from that after that. So it was crazy, bro.
Yeah, and we had Cower on that year, too. Yeah. I think a few weeks probably even before Donnie's show.
Yes,
another good interview, man. Check that one out, too.
Absolutely, man. But no, he did have to go. He had the shoes on, man. So I definitely like that. Yeah, man. I'm trying to see who else are people looking at in the chat before we go to the, our next segment. Got to go to the next segment once in a while.
Someone saying Bugs. Defensive line. Defensive line we didn't really talk about, I guess.
Good call. Isaiah Bugs. He was definitely the guy. Now, Isaiah, I love his energy, bro. The same way he was bouncing around, flying around last night. Now, the penalty that he had, I know Troy said it was because he lowered his helmet. I'm just not.
Oh, that was an awful call.
Yeah,
that was atrocious.
I did not like that at all. I thought that was a good play. I thought the timing was fine. I didn't think it was late. I didn't think he dropped his head. I don't think he landed on him. Like,
What did he graze the bottom of his face mask or something?
I don't even think he hit the face mask. It was like all chest, tops. I'm just like, yo, I hate that though, bro. I hate it because you punish a guy for making a good play, But Isaiah, he's been looking like that in terms of getting off the ball, twitchy. He does that, man. I also thought Carlos Davis flashed. I thought Davis was flashing as well with some nice rushes, getting in the backfield. But Bugs, man, I like Bugs' game. Now, it's not always fundamentally sound, but he is explosive. Like, you can understand why he was at Bama. You can understand why when they were talking about him being a dope rusher at times, why? Because he flashes in practice. You see that comes up a good amount. But like I said, technique wise, when you start doing some of the more specific gap work, some of the specific taking on double teams, his technique isn't always the best. But he's definitely been a productive player. Like, I was definitely good to see that from him and Davis. They running mates, punching buddies. So yeah.
Anything on Loudermilk then? I saw him a little bit later in the game.
I did, but he was the one I wanted to go back and watch on tape.
Yeah.
So that was my only thing with him. I wish I could watch every single person right in the moment like that. But yeah, I did not get a chance to see him as much as I wanted to. So I'm not going to give too much on Loudermilk just yet until I can get a chance to rewatch it, bro.
Someone has a question on the upper room.
Uh-oh, what you got for us?
Just what is the upper room? Maybe you could give a plug.
All right, well, check it out, man. The upper room is the kickback, man. The upper room is for the super members, the people that really rock with the show. What we have available for members in the upper room, certain videos get early access to them. So, for example, the celebrity softball game that we did, they had that footage 4 days probably before anyone else, right? Then, at the live practices that I attend, I give a practice report afterwards where it's just going to be for the upper room members only. And then we also have a new segment that we'll actually be unveiling today where it's called Get It Off Your Chest, where the upper room members have access to a phone line where they can call in, leave a voicemail for the show. And yeah, we're going to play them off and react to them right here on the show live. So those are, the big things with the upper room members right now. And, why the people like it. And I get to sing to you. And I say, the upper room. Yes, indeed. So yeah, that's the upper room in a nutshell, baby. is that what you call like your elevator pitch, right? Is that what you call that thing?
Yep. Yeah, it was really good.
It's like elevator pitch.
And it's like you're in sales, dude.
Hey man, talk about. I know a guy that they could sell a little bit. I don't know what they're selling, but they can sell something.
Let's go UW.
Yo, my man's back. Hey man, shut up, man. Listen, you about to have me buying a University of Wyoming shirt, all right? It's gonna say Josh Allen on the back, but
Thought Shell was gonna get super emotional about Nunn during his interview.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Bill Nunn, man, he changed the game.
Talk about emotional. Did you watch any of the pregame stuff?
With
like Jerry Jones and like Jimmy Johnson and everything?
I didn't. I think I was tuning in when it was more, they were focusing more on Joe Buck. And like he was talking about like his
dad. Did he get into the Hall of Fame, the NFL Hall of Fame, or is it like the Broadcasting Hall of Fame? But I feel like he got in. Either way, he should be in both. He's incredible.
I want to say he's in the NFL Hall of Fame as like a contributor, but I think that's why Troy was saying like it's crazy that you're still as young as he is getting in. But I didn't realize he's been doing it for already 20 years. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think he was doing big ass games. I think he was doing the World Series when he was in his 20s.
Yeah,
like late 20s.
Because he's still big in baseball right now. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, either way, he should be in the Broadcasting Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame, whatever it is. Him and Aikman, they might be the top.
I like them a lot.
I like Collinsworth and Michaels, and then obviously Nance and Romo too. Buck and Aikman, they might be the top. That we don't get as much games with them because they're Fox and AFC's more on the CBS side of it. Yep. But I always think they're really good.
Yeah, I agree, man. I definitely agree. But so with the Jerry Jones though, what did you see that was happening, man?
So he finally.
I hope he admitted that he made a mistake.
What mistake?
Huh?
What mistake?
What mistake you think?
Well, actually, he said that he's going to let Jimmy Johnson into the Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
And his main thing over these past however many years was that Jimmy Johnson is not going to be in the Ring of Honor because of how that situation ended.
Because he felt like he knew more and he was better and he wasn't. And
you were a Cowboys fan. So it pissed me off. This hits a little bit more home to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were showcasing the Jimmy Johnson announcement last year. You know how they did it with Bo Coward? Yeah. They were going behind the scenes on Fox, and like you could see whenever he got announced in the Hall of Fame. I didn't really pay much attention to it last year because I was more focused on Coward and pumped about that. But Jimmy Johnson was like borderline in tears. Like he was so shook up. I mean, Coward was too a little bit whenever he got announced. But they had Jerry Jones with the whole Fox crew and like Terry Bradshaw was there. Yeah. It was pretty funny with Jones and Johnson going back and forth a little bit, and then he's like, "You know what? I'm gonna let you in the Ring of Honor." I don't know if he just said that because he was on the spot and he was trying to look good. Because Terry Bradshaw, he straight up asked me, he's like,
"Dude, now
with Jimmy Johnson getting into the Hall of Fame and how great of a coach he is," he just straight up asked Jerry Jones, he's like, "When's he getting in the Ring of Honor?"
Like seriously, bro, it's a joke that he hasn't been like. But that's the petty, like that's the part where Cowboy fans, and we're not Cowboy fans anymore. We're just throwing that out there now. But that's the stuff right there, man. It's like, Jerry, you let the football guy do the football guy stuff, man. Like you great in terms of building the brand. I know they just released a report. The Cowboys are the most expensive or they have the most value of franchise of any sports, right? I think it was like $5.7 billion or whatever, something like that. It's like, all right, you're great at that, but man, how you gonna make that move with your man? I just pissed me off, man. I ain't going down that line because then y'all gonna be accusing me of being a Cowboys lover. I've been accused of being a Ben hater. I've been accused of a couple things. Not crazy now, but I've been accused of some things here. I don't want to be accused of being a Cowboys lover. All right, I've been a Buffalo lover. They've accused me with that.
Yeah.
Hey,
you were a fan growing up. Like, what can you say?
Dang, dude.
You didn't grow up in Pittsburgh. It can happen.
Like, what we're doing here, man? Yeah,
you're a Steeler fan now.
I mean, my first experience with Pittsburgh was beautiful. It's 96 Super Bowl. Shout out to Neil.
Oh, come on, bro.
I swear, that was my first.
On. Dude, you were doing so good. No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm out.
I was alive. I was like 2 or 3 years old. But I didn't watch the game.
No, that was my first experience. It was like, oh, what is this? It's football. Oh, it's Cowboys. Oh, I like the Cowboys. Oh, who's this black team? We like them.
You can't be doing this, dude. Wow.
It's all right.
You had us fooled.
All right, I'm good. I'm done. All right.
You had us fooled. Damn, bro.
Hey,
that
we
hurts.
won last night, man. Here we go, Steelers, bro. Chill out, man.
Well, do we want to move on to the next segment? I got a quick upper room, member.
All right.
I got a quick super chat. I'll go super chat. All right. Do we want to go first with that? We can make it quick.
Okay. Yeah, let's make it quick, and then after that, we'll get to the get off your chest segment. And then after that, we'll wrap it up because we are at 2 hours right now. Shout out to that.
Roger Peavy, what's your guys' take on our NFL schedule this year?
On the schedule, I like it, man. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. We got historic games with historic matchups. You talk about Green Bay at Lambeau.
Yeah, we got some great
the new
matchups.
rivalry right now that we're creating with Buffalo. Like, that's fun. Obviously, you talk about going back out to L.A. That's going to be a blast. Like, I'm thinking about all those type of games. Anytime you get Vegas coming into town, well, not just Vegas. Anytime it's the Raiders coming into town, that's always a fun one, too. You know, get Mr. Gruden over there on the other sideline, angry Chucky. So, yeah, man, I'm excited about it, though, man. I think the season's going to be well. I think the schedule, I like it. It is what it is. It's supposed
tough,
to be good.
But we're going to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the NFL, right? Every game is tough, and that's what we've talked about before. So I do like now that we're not going to have to hear about trap games and this and that. It's like, no, everybody's supposed to be good, so we're good now.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year. And then we just have G. Rob Doe. Yep. Welcome to the upper room. We need the announcement from you.
G. Rob Doe. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And with that being said, we're about to transition to this next segment, which is new. It is making its debut. I did see where NSMC99, who's an upper room member, actually, he's stamped, slime, seal, deliver. You see his color's a little bit different. He says, Moats, you might have to check those voicemails in advance to make sure no one is trying to sneak something funny in there. You're absolutely right, man, because you never know. Some people be saying some mad, reckless things. So I did screen some of them. Not all.
Some of these are live, right on the spot.
You know, if it's not live, what are we doing? You feel me? So as y'all see, I'm over here getting real technical, plugging in stuff because, you know, we kind of like producers while we kind of like show hosts as well. We just kind of multifaceted. We're like the Trey Norwoods of the show.
Swiss Army knives.
Swiss Army knives, man. Oh, I can hear myself all clear now. This is weird.
Yeah.
Shout out to us. All right. So with that being said, man, let's get this transition over to the Get It Off Your Chest segment, baby.
Ready?
I'm ready if you're ready, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, man, let's hear this first one, man. Who they are and where they are tuning in from.
What's up, Steeler Nation? This is Cool Chris from Chicago. Just happy that the season started again with fans in the stands. Looking forward to a great year.
Cool Chris, man. We like it, baby. That's how you get it off your chest right there. Smooth, excited about a big season.
Stadium was kind of packed.
It was. It felt good to see fans. Jam-packed, having a blast. I do like that right there. So shout out to Cool Chris. Next one.
Hey, Moats and Deke. This is John, a.k.a. South Florida Steel 777, calling in at halftime with some thoughts. I liked what I saw from the running game, or at least the offensive line. Good pass protection. They could do better on the run blocking, that's for sure. Mason, of course, he looks good until he doesn't. Presley, don't call him Percy Harvin, with some good punts, especially that one to the 1 yard line. But unfortunately, that defense, I don't know. They need some help. I liked what I saw from Justin Lane. Should have made the play before the 4th and 15, but at least forcing the fumble. I liked that. That was solid. Pierre's looking good out there. And Haskins, I was a little surprised. He seemed a lot more comfortable at the end of the first half than Mason did throughout the first quarter. So I'd like to hear what you guys think.
Shout out to South Florida still.
Some
right
good
there.
takes there. He might be on an island on some of them, though, saying Justin Lane. He liked what Justin Lane was doing.
Well, because he did say the first half, so he could have just tuned in right when we saw the forced fumble. Because that was the second quarter when that happened, so that could have been why.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna chalk it up with that right there, man. We'll chalk it up with that. Yeah, but that was a good one right there. Shout out to South Florida still, baby. All right, who we have next on the hotline? Getting it off your chest, baby. Let's ride.
This is Michael Patrick McCracken in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Just want to say things that stand out to me. Harvin, that punt was amazing. Harris looks pretty good. But the one thing that really stands out is Justin Lane looks lost. He was lost out there. I mean, I was kind of hoping that he would flash a little bit in this game. Not so much. Yeah, looks good though. I like it. Let's go Steelers.
That's what you get from takes right there.
Hey, man, you need that right there. That's the duality. My man said, I'm impressed with Justin. My man said, I was not impressed with Justin.
Shout out to the regulars calling in, though.
Absolutely, man.
Michael Patrick McCracken, I recognize the name. South Florida Steel, obviously, too.
And you know, Michael Patrick, that's my Irish brother. I always give him that shout out. And we know South Florida because we would always say so Florida. So it's good to hear, you know, the members of the upper room getting their chance to be a part of the show. All right, we're going to the next one. You ready for this one? Definitely. Here we go. Get it off your chest.
What's going on, Moats and Deke? This is CB_HU23 checking in from vacation in sunny and warm Miami Beach, Florida. Take on the game is about what I expected. Mason looking like a deer in headlights. Rather take the upside of Dwayne moving forward. That's all I got for today. Impressed by the defense. Love what we're seeing. Just got to make that move on the quarterback depth chart.
Man,
the shots at Mason are just unreal.
The deer in headlights? Come on, man. Why we don't like Mason?
He stood in there and made a nice pass to Claypool.
Why they don't like Mason, man? Mason kind of cool.
He brought up the point about Haskins having more potential. I agree with that. True. But the swipe at Mason, I don't know. I don't think based off yesterday's game was the game to take the shot.
Yeah, no. that was y'all.
He had nice passes.
Don't use that bullet just yet. You got time. All right, let's go to the next one. All right.
Yeah, you're right. They're firing all the ammo right now. There may be another time.
Yeah, your time will come. This isn't it right now, man.
Moats, Deke, rolled here from Broward County, South Florida, 954. This game is started off a little rough, but as things progress, Alex Highsmith, the guy looks phenomenal. Brooks looks phenomenal. Haskins driving the ball looks like he's taking command of the offense. Things that we would want to see from Mason. But gotta go ahead and continue watching this game. Can't wait to listen to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening and go Steelers.
Hey, shout out to Broward County in the house, man.
I'm here for it. I mean, it's just funny, man.
I will say this. I do agree though. Alex Highsmith, man, he was super impressive. I mean, we said that last night. We've been talking about him in camp, but it was just good to see it in stadium. It's always fun to see a guy kind of get that validation when they take it from the practice field into the stadium setting like he did last night. So definitely good to see that.
Looks like the next Dwight Freeney.
Uh-oh. I did see someone. Nah, I thought they were saying that he was the next Dwight Freeney for a second. All right. Here we go. Next person to get it off your chest.
That's Tyler Tree from Virginia. So just finished watching the game, only caught the second half. I'm a little bit worried about the line when it comes down to the run game, but I think pass protection for Ben is going to increase. But that's just my thoughts for the season. I love y'all show.
Hey, man, we love you too, baby. Yes, we do. And shout out to VA being in the building.
I'm kind of with him. I thought the pass protection was a little bit better than the run blocking yesterday.
Yeah, I would agree with that, man. I definitely would. I thought they were clean in their technique and pass blocking, but I do like their demeanor with some of those runs, like how we talked about with Dan Moore and obviously Kendrick Green as well.
And that's going to be the main thing, especially when we get the full offensive line back. Hopefully that demeanor just sticks through because we're going to get more talented guys in there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Next on the Get It Off Your Chest list, this from the crib, 757.
Well, I'm just so happy to be calling the upper room.
Oh, you got some competition.
Yeah, I want to say the team looked great today. As you can tell, there's a lot of jitters going on. Quarterback play wasn't what we were hoping to see, but as a whole, the team fought. The team got all these different opportunities to do something, and they finished the job. Good score. I didn't expect to be some crazy 30 to 40 points. It was exactly how I thought it would be. But more than anything else, not only did we get the win against the Cowboys in that type of situation, we got to see football after all this time of doing all this talking. It was awesome. Let's go for a good season. Go Steelers. And thank you, Mr. Moats and Deke, for having this opportunity for us to be able to talk like this. This is really cool. And
shout out. Yeah.
You guys take care and God bless you all.
Hey, man, we appreciate you. I said we appreciate you. Like we on the line right now. But we do appreciate you though, man. Hey, hey, next time we just gonna be playing it like, yeah, this is happening live right now. I'm just hanging up on everyone. That's how we doing it.
The score though, it is preseason, so it's gonna be weird and fluky and stuff. But I think both teams left points on the board.
Oh, without a doubt, the field goals that were missed by both teams.
Even us going for it on fourth at the end of the game and not getting a touchdown. We could have kicked a field goal for the guaranteed 3, although I don't know if it would have been guaranteed based off how Sloman was playing. Yeah, it could have been a little bit more high scoring, but it goes back to what he said. This is preseason. Yeah. Maybe that's what we should expect. The weird and fluky stuff do happen.
And I want awkward scores. If it looks like it should happen on a Sunday, I don't want that score. I'm looking for like 23.5. Let me get a 26 to like a 12 or 13 or something weird.
Harvin was doing his part to try to get a safety.
He was.
Dotting that up at the one. But I think they gashed us for a run rate after that, right? It was like a 20-yard run.
Yeah, because in fact, Ben was doing the interview and he's like, uh-oh. I remember laughing.
Yep.
My man killed me. Oh. So yeah, that was that. But that was fun right there, man. So let's get to another one of these hotline calls right here from the upper room. See what he has to say here.
What's up, Arthur Moats? This is James with the Y Martin. I just had a question about the game. How do you feel about the offensive line? It looked like they were kind of shaky. Mason didn't have that much time to make plays without the defense being in the backfield. What would you think we should do to improve the offensive line? Thanks again for answering my question. My name is James with the Y Martin, and I'm calling from Akron, Ohio. Peace.
Man, shout out to Akron in the building, man. But in terms of what I would do to upgrade the offensive line, I think we just got to see those guys
get healthy.
Yeah, they just got to get healthy right now because we don't know, based on the group last night, we don't know what this quote unquote starting unit will look like or if they're better than that, worse than that, on par with that. We just don't know right now. So the sooner they all get back in stadium and start practicing together, I think that will help us get a more significant upgrade more than anything right now.
I thought overall positive performance though.
Yeah, definitely.
Positive performance.
All right, so we got 2 more, and then after that, man, we'll finish this thing up. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Is this one live?
Hey,
not screened?
This is Jack Henderson from Cedar, Ohio, which is sadly solid Bengals country. But I got a question. That sack Quincy Ray had against the Cowboys here this night. I'm actually talking.
Oh, did we lose him?
Or was he just up against a really bad O-line? Also,
so Quincy Ray sack.
Hit the like button. Hit
the
subscribe button. And hit the notification bell, too, as well.
Thank you.
Part of that wake and bake morning action.
See, I didn't actually listen to that one first. That was actually good, though. I'm hey, all right.
And had the plug for us.
Hey, you got to have a plug in the end, man. All right, now. Yeah, this one we've listened to, this last one I ain't touching. That just popped up. I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
I ain't taking that chance.
Hey, this is Rich out in South Dakota. My thoughts on the game are this. Haskins seemed to have a few of those lapses in judgment we've seen before and some issues with his footwork. I'm just curious what your thoughts on that are. Thanks, and have a good one.
Man, brings up a good question there in terms of the lapse of judgment. I think for me, the biggest, I guess like the 2 bad things were just the throw on the goal line where we said it was a little bit off, just missed target a little bit. And I personally just wasn't a fan of the flat-footed, like on his heels throwing, just because that was kind of what got him in trouble before. But yeah, as a whole, I thought that his game was still good. I thought those are the only 2 things that just kind of made me feel a little, not nervous about him. It was just more so if we're going to coach it and correct it, those would be the things that I would point to. Those would be the things that I would bring up with him. But I mean, it's never going to be a perfect performance. I think that's what we also have to remember. It's never going to just every throw is flawless. Everything is, caught smooth, seamless. Like you're going to have some bad plays in there. But I just thought as a whole, his game, it looked polished. It looked fundamental. It looked like he should be a guy for us.
I agree with you. I liked how Haskins looked. And you know what I was saying earlier, even those back-footed throws, I actually kind of liked. But yeah, coaching, you don't want to be doing that consistently. But it's cool just to see, wow, in a pinch, if I need to make a throw like this, I can.
Yeah, very true, man.
Yeah, no, I liked what Haskins was doing. I thought his decision making was good too. Like he was getting the ball out quick. It was just that one missed throw. And there was drops from the receivers. He wasn't taking the shots like Mason was. That's why we didn't get the flash. We did see the one, but dude got tangled up a little bit. And I actually thought it was a good throw by Haskins. Like, he put it so the dude wasn't going to pick it off at all. It looked like the receiver was only going to be able to get it. So, yeah, I liked Haskins. I liked how Mason performed. I honestly liked how the whole quarterback room performed.
I did as well. I
thought it was fine. We left some points on the board with the special teams and stuff. We took our chances on 4th down. We had a drop with Claypool, the weird snap. So, like, I don't know. Overall, I thought it was fine.
Mason going to need a 300-yard game to get people to like him. I'm convinced, bro. I'm convinced. But I hope y'all enjoyed that segment. That will be, when we start doing because this is our third show, our third show week, actually. But going forward, right, when we do our post-game reactions like which Stay Show is, we will continue to have segments like that where we let you get it off your chest, whether it's a win, loss, as you heard in the comments with these voicemails. Some people were positive, some people not so positive, but we want to hear your perspective. So for the Upper Room members, that will continue to be available to y'all. So we appreciate everybody that did decide to utilize that. So shout out to y'all, man. Yes, indeed. And before we continue through this, Barilla92 once again hopping in here, man. We appreciate you as well. He says, thanks for going by quicker. Thanks for making work go by quicker, guys. Love the podcast and the chat banter. Man, we always got you, Barilla92. We always appreciate you as well. And the chat is booming.
The chat banter, that's a good point. This would be something fun to be doing during work.
Heck yeah,
dude. Have the chat up and going back and forth about the Steelers.
Yeah. And it looks like people are liking the segment, man. That's what we wanted to see, man. So like I said, we're always evolving, right? You either get better or you get worse. We're trying to make sure our show is consistently above the line. So I do like the feedback that I'm seeing right here. South Florida Steel 777. Actually, it was cool to hear your voice, man. You sound kind of cool. I like that. I like that. And then Reincarnate Enigma, he says it was a cool segment. Hey, man, when you join that thing, man, you getting up there as well, baby. All right. So definitely appreciate you, man.
Yeah, shout out to everyone that tuned in.
Definitely,
man. Podcast, man, and liked it.
Yeah,
this is fun. This is just the start of the season right here.
Absolutely, man. So you got a little glimpse of what a mock game week gonna look like for us, man. Because like I said, we will continue to have 3 shows a week, and yeah. So man, do you have anything else? Let's see. Anything else you want to do?
I got nothing.
Yeah, it looked like somebody. I think Juan just challenged you to a fight at a catch weight of 190. He's trying to get you in. He's trying to get you in the ring, bro. He's trying to try you.
I probably am at 190 now.
It's the beard. The beard makes you look like that. 190. No.
My normal weight, I want to get back down to like 170, but
170, man.
No, I'm not. I
remember I was 170 once. Yeah, I was like 13 years old, maybe even 14. Yeah, I was 170 then. Yeah. For some reason, my body just grow weird. Yeah. Oh, he wants us a wrestling match, by the way.
It's a wrestling match.
Yeah, not so you don't have to worry about punching.
I'm not doing that.
You can wrestle, bro.
No.
Olympics is going on right now, man. Shout out to the Magic, man. He just won his. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, man.
No wrestling. No.
Okay.
Hell no.
Okay. You sure? You look tough.
No.
You want to slam him on his head?
I'm not doing that.
Take him for the ride? Huh? And you take him for his last ride? No. Man, I think you'll beat him up, man. You got the juice, bro. But it's cool because somebody else just picked up that challenge for you. They said, man, I'll take you at 183. I got him at 196. So, yeah, we good on there, baby.
We could do stuff like that with the podcast because Barstool does that. I think they have like fans just fight.
Can't we do it at the tailgate?
They do it at West Virginia like once a year or something. It's called like the Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah,
I guess
man.
we can start that for the tailgate. We just have fans of the show.
Who wants to cross Deke? Don't cross the most, cross Deke. Yeah, or try to cross Deke.
I would announce maybe if you want to get in the ring.
No, man, I got you, bro. I'll make sure you're trained enough. You'll be good to go, bro.
Make sure I win.
Yeah. But anywho, man, this was a blast though, bro. This was a good show today, man. Ton of fun. I definitely, appreciating everybody that has tuned in today. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves the way we have, man. Last little comments, concerns in the chat. If we ain't got it, then we gonna tip on out of that thing. You see anything?
Someone's about to fight at the Green Bay tailgate, they said.
Oh.
Shoot the rock.
Ooh, okay.
But that's about it. Yeah.
All right.
In terms of comments, I think we're good. I think that's the one to close us out.
That sounds like the one. So look, ladies and gents, we appreciate y'all greatly for waking and baking with us. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Keep rocking with us. We're going to keep rocking with y'all. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy yourselves on a Victory Friday.
Yeah.
And until next time, baby.
Peace.